Team, they're here. They're here. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You caught us in a moment of levity. Welcome to Blackwater. Good friends telling better stories, and we're glad to have you.
Ooh. Okay.
We were talking very briefly.
I've exercised my demons.
We talked very briefly before we started that we were repping the Breakfast Club this evening, and I'm rolling with that. Sean is serving me big drama teacher energy. And
You mess with the bull, you get the horns, all right? I'm the vice principal.
I don't think the drama teacher said that.
No, but the principal in Breakfast Club did.
Absolutely.
Look, team, I smoke that weed that makes me scream so hard it breaks glass. It's my favorite drug trip in any movie.
It's so
They
good.
all smoke weed and get fucking ripped. Which leads me to
Don't
believe
remember
the person
the-
who wrote that scene did
I
not
don't
understand
remember
how
the
weed works.
screaming so loud. that-
Yeah.
Fucking what's his
Now
Emilio
we have.
Oh, when they
now
do
we
the-
all have to watch. We all have to watch again. Okay.
Sorry, this is not D&D.
It's perfect. I am going to acknowledge tonight that we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Sawasin, and Musqueam First Nations. While our characters play in a world that Tim has created, we are honored to live, work, and play on these lands tonight. A big thank you to our sponsors and partners. We are proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape because epic games require epic sound. We're also using Epidemic Sound for this fantastic campaign as well. Our Campaign 2 mini sponsor is MTM Printworks, and we're also grateful, eternally grateful to our campaign artist, Tiana Kovacevic, and our dice patron, Familiar Dice, creator of the best math clack-clacks around. All of those commands are up in the chat, so please follow those links and make sure you follow all of our wonderful folks across all of their socials as well. Tonight, in the booth, a huge thank yous to QuestKeep and the dream team of Tony and Dylan in the studio, keeping us on the technical rails. Additionally, Campaign 2 has its home over on the QuestKeep YouTube page, and with the rest of our content located over on the BlackwaterDnD YouTube page. Some very brief programming updates. Episode 37 dropped on the podcast today, and we also have a wonderful Patreon. Jess, what's so great about our Patreon?
Aside from how great the content is, it's where our chat water goes, which is very exciting, where we debrief every episode. Also, we have a free tier now. Sorry, my nose just dripped a little bit for no clear reason.
We'll talk about it in chat water.
We're having a conversation. Speaking of a reefer that makes you break glass. No. I don't know where I'm going with that. We have a free tier on our Patreon, which is super fun. Means you can subscribe if you don't want to pay anything yet or you want to see what things are like. We release one chat water for free every month. You can check it out. They're very, very fun.
And also, you may have noticed that something dropped on our Patreon last Friday. You might have heard the teaser for Godkiller dropped on the Patreon last Friday. Wow. And if you are a free tier Patreon member, you get access to the first arc, which is the first 3 episodes of Godkiller on our Patreon, and then after that, they will be available at the Knucklebone tier and above. The first episode will hook you, and you will be so excited to listen to more. I have been deep in post-production, studying the Foley and scoring. I got the cuts back of our composed song for the episode from the wonderful Sean McRoberts. There are 3 different versions of the theme, one for each of Christian and Yanis's characters, and then one for the 2 of them combined. Chills. I had chills when I listened to it. So I'm very, very excited to release this all to you. So go check out our Patreon. Excellent Patreon in the chat for all the details. Which brings us to our sponsor for the evening, the incredible and wonderful folks over at WorldAnvil. WorldAnvil is an incredible all-in-one software for tabletop gamers, fantasy novelists, and anyone who just really loves creative world building, which I know is a couple of us at this table for sure. WorldAnvil is not just one tool, it is 3 complete creative tool sets, a world building suite, an RPG campaign manager, and a novel writing and publishing tool. It includes a digital GM screen so you can play online, as well as a campaign manager with up to 45 tabletop RPG games that it supports, which is pretty great. It also includes a bunch of character sheets that you can incorporate, as well as stat blocks. There's their novel planner has like this drag and drop feature, so you can put in, if you've written descriptions or you want something that you just want to drag and drop into your writing, it will do that for you and allow you to manage that all on one site, which is pretty Awesome. Finally, you can insert maps, family trees, timelines, as well as automatically link for rich, engaging world building for your game, novel, or series. You can also make it public. So whether that's folks in your campaign or folks who are following your novel writing, or if you just want to put it public online, you can do that as well. I have been using WorldAnvil to kind of flesh out the stuff that I've done with Godkiller to make it really easy and accessible so that I can look at it later if I ever want to revisit this point in the timeline again, which is, at the end of the universe. It's fine. I also had the enormous pleasure of meeting Janet and Demetrius at Gen Con, and they're just incredible folks, and I am so grateful to them for sponsoring this episode as well as the entire month of November. They're fantastic. Type !anvil in the chat. You can head on over there using our Blackwater partner link. You can enter the code Blackwater at checkout, and that'll give you 51% off a premium subscription. As well as
So is that 50 off?
51% off.
Whoa!
More than half off.
Damn.
Do you want a
That's a
subscription for
controlling
49% of the normal price?
We're only leaving 49% for WorldAnvil?
Yes.
Wow.
We also
How do they
have
do
the wonderful folks over at WorldAnvil have also given us an upgrade code that is included in what is in the chat right now to upgrade to the Sage tier for your campaign as well. So please head on over, type !anvil, and go follow the links and go check it out. And that's it. So grab your tissues, grab your spider milk, grab your jorts, and your best friends. Whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. It is through community that we make amazing things happen, and we hope you feel super, super welcome here. Tony, roll the clip, roll the clip, roll the clip.
All right, so for those of you just joining us tonight, last week the party made their way to Bjordek, taking out a giant and two of his pet hogs on the way. As they
God damn it.
poor Truffle Boy.
Little truffle snuffler.
You wouldn't snuffle it.
As they arrived, they found several villagers being harassed on the frozen lake as two giants hurled stones at them.
I feel that was attempted murder.
Harassed is
I graduated.
They survived.
We need to move the line from harassment to at least
assault.
aggravated assault.
We do that. Because we definitely didn't make it better.
Everyone's alive.
We aggravated it.
They attempted to ambush them, but the fight took a turn.
Went so
They
bad.
found themselves on the back foot, and Shy, Mark, and Esper were knocked unconscious. They managed to prevail and rescue the villagers on the lake. As they scrambled to get out of the freezing lake, Shy saw the blood flowing toward the middle of the lake. And that is where we pick up as you manage to push Miri out of the water. As you see this, do you get out as well?
No.
Okay.
I think Thistle is underwater with me as well.
As the polar bear.
Once
Or
I
polar
am,
bear, I should say.
once I'm well certain that Miri is up out of the water, I take a Caraxian breathing mask out, and I put it in Thistle's hands. I know we're going to have to go, but there is something down there, and if you want to come take a look with me, or at least get a little bit closer before we get out of here and we get going, you should put this on.
Can I put it on the bear?
No, it doesn't.
have
It's
to-
not fitted to a bear.
Oh,
But you can hold it.
I'm gonna get so cold. Yeah, how long can I hold my breath? How does that work again?
You'll come up for air, and it's the equivalent of your Constitution modifier is the number of minutes you can hold your breath. I think it's the Constitution modifier plus 1, I believe.
Okay.
It's how many minutes you can hold your breath. And also, how many rounds you can survive if you have no air.
There's one for me, eh?
1 minute.
0
I can,
plus 1.
That's the only time I've ever been able to beat a D&D character as Yanis. That's something. So that's 4 minutes for me.
4 minutes.
Yeah, so I will...
And I would say as a bear, I would probably add on another 2 minutes to that.
Okay.
And you're a little bit more insulated from the
Okay.
cold.
Especially a growler bear, or like
Yeah,
like
like
something
polar bear.
polar bear-esque.
Yeah.
Probably have pretty good lung capacity.
Yeah.
We'd start swimming down.
We'd start, I think, swimming. I think I don't want to go super close, but I want to at least be able to clock eyes on what the blood is doing.
Just before y'all go down, if you like pop up,
I would pop up to breathe.
everything okay?
You'd have to go.
And then I make the bond, and now we can talk as you're going down.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna go investigate something.
Sounds good.
All right. You swim under
Yeah.
toward the lake. You can see it drops off pretty far.
Kind of like a
It goes down, and there it looks like there's a shelf, and goes down again and down again. It is quite a deep lake. There is not a lot of light, so it's difficult to see. As you've gotten here at evening, I believe. So there's very little light. You're getting some of the reflected light off the snow on the ice. But as you can see, it continues for quite a while. How far would you like to go?
Do I see the blood moving, or has it dissipated at this point, or is it kind of still
You
clumped?
can kind of see the movement of this sort of cloud of blood, because there was quite a bit.
And I'm pretty...
You could smell
I'm
it.
bleeding, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So am I.
we're
Yeah.
we're
We're
actively
both
bleeding
bleeding.
too, so...
Yeah.
So we.
It's going down.
How far have we come to, would you say?
I would say you probably swam maybe 120 feet. You're sort of off that first shelf.
You want to take it a bit further, or is this far enough for you? It's going. There's something down there, Thistle.
I would sort of indicate for you to turn back.
I'm not leaving you.
I would just keep swimming.
Then I'm gonna follow him.
Are they still taking cold damage over here as well?
They haven't yet, but as they get deeper, I will have you both make Constitution saving throws. Get a
Okay.
little deeper.
This is going to be bad if I fail this.
Okay. Good to know.
You're now
Ooh.
about 150 feet below
Not
the
great.
surface.
Okay.
It's nice that we're doing this right after a big fight.
16.
16?
We have so
Okay.
many tools.
5!
5, okay.
No problem.
But I am resistant.
Yes, you are resistant to cold. I would say you lose half of your air.
Okay.
With the kind of freezing cold, even though you are a growler bear, you Thistle mentally are not quite prepared for this feeling.
Do I
it.
see? I see.
Setting in.
I think I see
you
the
see
bubble
the kind
there.
of-
I got the
bubble of
mask.
air.
I'm holding the mask.
Yeah, you've got the mask
So
in
I
your
can,
hand. Shy, you managed to kind of steel yourself. It is very cold, and you do take a bit of damage.
I am resistant to cold.
It's halved, yeah,
Yeah.
because you both succeed, or you failed, so you take full, but it would be halved. Yours would be cold.
How much is this, right?
It is 10 points of cold damage.
So I take 2. Okay. Listen, we should turn back. We need to be at full capacity to do this, and we're not. I know. I want to know what's down there too.
You're probably at about 200 feet below the surface, and I'll have you both you can make perception checks if you'd like.
Yeah. And I'm rolling that at
You're
disadvantage.
grounded. That's nothing. I don't know. It's like I rolled a 3. This is gonna be like a 5.
10.
How many exhaustion points do you have?
2.
I'm going to.
You're swimming at half speed.
I'm going to.
okay. That's good.
I'm going to.
She can't breathe underwater.
No,
I
I know.
can't-
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's the thing. She's still taking cold damage though,
Hold on, give me a
and there's
second.
not a lot of cold damage left to take.
Sorry, give me a second. Give me a second.
What was
If I'm not mistaken, monks can do one thing where they're like, they punch themselves and get a little bit of health? Do they have
That's
that?
Way of the Long Death, and that is not me, baby.
I like that you punch here. Punch the liver.
Kidney awaken!
Now I can do a bunch of stuff that is like, hey, I can spend an action to end any charmed or frightening, but that ain't gonna help me down here. But
I can be charmed by
You
like
could
when it's like a
stop.
frosty day, you're like,
I could stop swimming.
Well, no, what you could do is you could stop being afraid of death right before you die.
That's a great point.
You could rid yourself of that fear. Yeah.
Shy's been,
You could be at peace in your final
Push it
moments.
to the limit, you know?
This is like I think the line between I was like, very clearly to myself, I was like, I don't want to play Shy anything like I played Neppy. Neppy wouldn't have done this, and I'm like, good job, Em, you're doing a good job.
All right. Okay, this is
Make
what
a
I
job,
want.
him.
What's
I'm
it-
freaking out.
What's your next character gonna be like?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I am going to drop my beast form.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the mask on.
Yeah, as you exhale and manage to kind of push all the water out of the
Yes.
mask as you put it on.
Then what I'm gonna do, because I can speak in the mask, I am going to use a 3rd level spell slot, and I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals,
Hell yeah.
and I am going to conjure, because they're low, I'm gonna conjure 8 dolphins,
Fun.
and I'm gonna send 4 of them, tell 4 of them to keep going down, and come back, like go down for half an hour and then come back and report. And then I'm gonna take the other 4 and get them to help us
Get out.
get out.
Swim with the dolphins.
Yeah, hold onto their fins and let them drag us out.
Yeah.
Exactly. A
And
chariot of dolphins.
and I
if you
can
will.
actually communicate with dolphins. I, as a Triton, have ability to speak with underwater beasts, and I can
Perfect, then I
give
don't
them
use and speak
simple.
with them.
They're mammals, okay?
They're still a beast, Tim.
And they're still underwater.
And then then
and
we'll,
they can understand me.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you swim back up, I'm gonna have you both make one more Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, is this a disadvantage because I'm no longer a growler?
Yes. Well, it would be if you have disadvantage on saving throws. We're also
No, I
No.
don't. Just regular.
I'm so fucking stressed. I was like, we're gonna chill.
All the science nerds out there, put in the chat, if a large thing became a small thing in a body of water, would it make the water colder or hotter? Because if a small thing became a large thing in a body of water, it would boil the water.
Yeah, it goes hot.
Because that's how pistol shrimp works.
Yes.
I'm like,
It's magic though. Like it's
no. I'm fully from like a side. Like I'm just like
Yeah.
when he said he was like, I was like,
Depends on
interesting.
Like the conjuring animals. It's like, where's that matter come from?
Where's that matter?
That's
13.
boiled water.
13.
13. 13. Okay.
13.
That is a failure on both ends.
Yay!
You don't have any air to lose.
No, I don't.
You do lose the rest of your air.
but
great,
he's in a
but
breathing
I'm in a
mask.
breathing-
Oh, he's got a mask. So yeah, it's just cold. And
Damage.
you take 11 points of cold damage.
Sweet. That's,
Okay.
That's the first
but I am
damage
halved because
Thistle's
I'm
taken
resistant.
ever.
So that's
in the last 4 fights.
5.
So this many? You have this many hit points?
Nope.
No,
Less?
No.
No, add this.
add this many.
Add a piece.
Yeah.
add a piece.
Can
Sign.
it be 5 more?
No, I just lost this because I'm cold.
As the biting cold. You are someone who's used to tropical waters.
You sure am.
And even in the kind of cold depths by the shelf, it is not this cold.
It's a different cold too.
That's a I'm scared kind of cold.
Yeah.
This is and I think Shy I would the dolphin would crest up and I'm just bleeding all over the ice. And Shy's
Actually, less because it's so cold.
that's
Yeah.
true. And I think there's
really good
usually
for the wounds.
a rosiness on Shy's cheeks. There's no rosy. Like her lips are
You look a
bluer.
little blue.
The cold you're used to is a spooky cold.
Yeah.
This cold is my ancestors feel this cold.
And I think Shy is I'm just lying on my back on the ice, just breathing.
Also cold.
Breathing hard before I try and get up the gumption to sit the fuck
You
up.
feel yourself sliding 5 feet at a time towards the edge.
I don't fight it. I don't fight it.
As you make it
everyone
out,
on the beach has already been dried and warmed by my prestige.
I think at some point I let the momentum of Mark pulling me just kind of help me stand up and then use it, and you would see Shy just hobbling up the ice, and I think I make it to the shore, and I think there's just and I am just on my back on the beach.
Same hit points.
I think
There's something down there.
There's something down at the bottom.
Stop rolling. Put those dice away. Put those dice in
It's
your
the
belt.
dolphins. He's rolling to see if they live or not.
All right.
If I name them, will it make it harder for you to kill them?
There's Douglas.
Okay.
So you wait for a half an hour on the shore.
Yes.
Can we say we use that time to have a short rest?
Short rest in an hour. Yep. So you can
Fine.
start
It would
short
be
rest
it would be almost an hour because I told them to swim
Half
for
an
half
hour.
and then come back.
for half an hour.
So then, yes.
They come back. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
you.
song of rest.
Yeah.
Everyone add a d6 to the
Oh.
hit points.
I don't need to roll any dice.
As
No.
the people that
Not
you,
lose any hit
the
points.
villagers,
I did from the cold there at the end, but that's it.
Oh my
the
goodness,
villagers
I had no
that
idea.
you helped from the lake, they ran back to the Great Hall in the village.
Gotcha.
It's not that far away. It's probably
6.
about 300 feet away. But they headed back to the Great Hall, and they said that's where they'll be.
All right. Fantastic.
If you guys,
Go get Wall. We'll be there soon.
uh,
I will cast Speak with Animals.
the dolphins return. 2 of them
Oh,
crest up through the ice.
what happened?
The other 2 wanted to stay.
Oh,
Oh, that's not good.
There
That's
was
bad.
many eyes
oh, many eyes
around Basin.
around a basin.
Yes.
Did you come? Have it get a name?
No.
No name. Did
No,
the basin
they watched us.
and 2 decided to stay?
Yes.
Did the basin tell you anything?
No, I did not swim to the basin.
Did the other 2?
Yes.
They touched the basin.
They swam around it. I'm not sure if they touched it. We left very quickly after that.
All right.
Can't
Thank
wait to
you.
Fight those blood dolphins later.
All right. And
No, they'll disappear.
It's conjure animals.
We don't know what the basin does.
It doesn't. I don't think it. Anyways.
All right. And did you see any?
And I would.
Did you see 3 circles stacked upon one another?
Yes, the eyes. Their eyes.
3 eyes.
All of them.
There were many beings with 3 eyes.
Many kneeling at the basin.
All right.
Is Mark here for this?
I don't speak dolphin.
Oh, that's
But he
true.
is here.
He is here.
All right.
Called it.
Drinking my coffee.
When would you have learned about the 3 eyes, though?
Because we saw it
saw him
at
at
the
the
basin.
Oh,
Weird little
yeah.
fish.
We saw the basin.
Yeah.
All
we
the fish-
saw
Oh,
the
yes,
basin.
the fish people.
We
that
know
one, yeah.
what Hakun's symbol is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So only Shy and I can understand this.
Yeah.
I would respond in dolphin.
Maybe we.
No, I think.
Your accent is terrible.
It's actually the tropical dolphins. They say.
No, it isn't. This You're trying.
Actually, maybe.
Tropical dolphins
The
are-
howl.
Forest dolphin.
Yeah, I can't do animal noises, okay? Not me, Thistle. Yanis can do great animal noises. I would say in dolphin.
Maybe we should keep this to ourselves for now.
Shy responds, I would, yeah, that, put a pin in that.
Yes.
And, I don't want to alarm anyone, but, yeah, I agree. For now. We can talk
Especially
about it later.
if there's the same sort of
And I would do this all directed at the dolphins.
Yeah.
if there's the same sort of mental affliction as the last time,
Yeah.
it's best we avoid that.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
agree. As the dolphins are there, I think even though I know that Thistle's conjured them, I think there's still a kind of connection piece of Shy to like a water animal that she knows very well. So I kind of just like touch my forehead to either of them.
And then
thank
as soon as she
them.
does that, I drop it and they disappear.
They jump up in the air and disappear.
They jump like over each.
We should talk about that later.
Yes,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
Difficult to talk about without.
What'd the dolphins say?
Well, apparently there's some sort of thing down there. They were unsure as to its nature.
Is it giants?
No.
Great. All right, we want to check out the main hall or what?
Yeah, let's
go see what's
let's
going on with this
I think as of this point, like Shy looks infinitely better after that hour of sitting on the beach. After I've patched myself up. Yeah, let's go to the hall and let's stay in for the night and maybe we can make our way across in the morning. Yeah?
Yes.
Do we want
to approach the mine across the lake, given what we just went through?
Let's talk to the people and see if there's anything that they can tell us about whatever's in this lake.
Or
Maybe
the
it comes up and
mine.
gets us.
Or the mine
Yeah.
itself.
Let's talk to the locals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of stuff.
The only concern is getting caught out on the lake against giants.
With the rocks.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
not
don't
great.
want to do what we
I mean,
did
if
just
we
now
go around,
again.
if we go towards the center of the lake, the likelihood of them being able to get rocks from the shore in.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Small.
that's great. Center of the lake, fine. But then the center of the lake to the mines is kind of a danger zone, and we're just in the center of the lake and with very little.
We're saying this
Options.
as we walk and talk.
Yes.
As we walk and talk over.
Well,
like-
It
let's
doesn't
speak
take
to
long
them.
to get to
I would like my feet on firm grounds with no breakable ice underneath me.
I think we can make that happen, mate. Absolutely.
I'd be down for that too.
All right.
Knock, knock.
You knock on the great hall doors, and you can see there is a little bit of light inside. As you open the door, you kind of get this sort of smoky smell, kind of stings your eyes a little bit as you see there's about 30, 35 people kind of crammed in here. You see the folks that you rescued. Deneth is the one who kind of opens the door and brings you in, and you can see it's all much older folks and a handful of kids.
Did they take the rest of you to the mine?
Yes, they did.
When was that?
This was a few months ago.
Months.
You've just been here ever since.
Yes, we usually sleep together in the Great Hall.
Can the people here make the trip to Upkara?
Is the road safe?
It's
The
just,
giants out.
We came from there, and any giants that were between Upkara and here are now dead.
Okay. Then I guess we could.
and then we can let them know, and perhaps they can send out some strong folk to meet y'all halfway.
It would be helpful.
There's everybody from Skalarn is going there too.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Or you could possibly meet the folks from Skolan and then continue the rest of the journey together.
Skalarn is south.
South.
Upkara.
But don't they'd have to
No,
go?
no, it's-
don't they
it's-
go north and then?
Y'all know
they're
the
gonna
region.
try and
I'm
go
sure you
It's
can
Galaxy.
figure this out, you know.
Yeah, we can figure out.
Yeah, we don't have to
the
arrange a carpool or anything. You got
But we
this.
can
We'll
call
send
them.
someone up
Yes.
to meet you halfway.
Yeah. Would you like some food?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
absolutely, man.
Lovely.
Sit, we have some fish. You can see over there is the hearth. You can see similar to the other hearths that you've seen in the other great halls. However, this one has been heavily damaged, and you can see part of the chimney has collapsed. That's why the smoke kind of coming out, and you can see it's not a very large fire they're tending.
And you had done some communion with a hearth, and that their hearth, there was something wrong with their hearth. Yeah.
Yeah, the magic was dying.
It's you have your hearthkeeper here.
No, our hearthkeeper was taken.
Taken. Miri, can you? I can't do much, but can you? I know that you're good with this kind of thing. Can you help me with this? I want to try something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the hearth and just start casting mending wherever I can, and then just wherever Miri wants to step in with flame stuff, because I know you're all about that.
Managed to fix a little of the stonework around the edges. The chimney itself, because it's partially collapsed, is hard to kind of mend back into place. But you do help a bit. As Deneth kind of welcomes you in, and you see there's probably about a dozen kids, kind of all curled up around the fire. We are all really appreciative of what you did. You saved my life, and you saved Inga's life,
Inga. All right.
and Old Stoat.
Old Stoat.
Yes, and you see the dwarven man who's got his cloak is off and it's kind of wrapped around, and you see there's a little stoat on his shoulder, a little white and gray stoat.
Sorry, is the stoat?
Is the
Is
stoat
old stoat the stoat or the dwarf?
You don't know. He just said old stoat and
fuck.
gestured
Okay.
toward the old dwarf with a stoat.
And the Inga
on
was a
his shoulder.
human, right?
Inga was a human, yeah.
My speak
Yeah,
with
and
animals
deeply unhelpful.
is still up. It's been 10 minutes probably still, right?
Yeah. Didn't take very long.
Are you Old Stoat, or is the man underneath you Old Stoat?
Who's asking?
This is old stoat.
That's gotta be old stone.
This has to be old stoat.
Big old
Old
stone.
Thistle.
Oh, That's a cool name.
Not as cool as Old Stout.
Well, when you've been around as long as I have.
So you're Old Stout.
Yeah, I'm Old Stout.
And the man underneath you,
They call him Old Stout.
named after you.
Well, they don't know that. He knows that, but they don't know that.
He talks to you.
Yeah, he can talk to me.
He understands you.
He understands.
Oh.
He's my brother.
Oh. You were a dwarf once.
Yeah.
And then got turned into a stone.
Yeah, wizard.
Wizard did it.
Yeah, wizard did it.
Oh, that's
You can't establish this
Amazing.
deep level of lore, dude.
amazing. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't talk much. He's
the wizard.
No, my brother.
Oh.
Old Stout.
He doesn't talk.
They're both old stones.
He doesn't talk much.
Not like you.
No, I love to talk, but
No one to
it's
talk
because
to.
I don't get a lot of opportunities to.
And my spell would end.
And you just
It's because I don't get a lot of opportunities.
it's like, as he just kind of yammers on, and you see like Old Stout just kind of like petting him, giving him a little bit of fish.
Well, I met your brother. He's wonderful. You want to turn him back someday?
Mm-hmm.
He said he was a dwarf once. Turn him. Can you tell him if he lies to me again, I'll eat him?
Thistle, don't threaten the local populace.
This is not where
You just kind of like he just makes intense eye contact with the Old Stout. Kind of nods his head.
Thank you.
Hey, we're headed to the mine. Anything we should know about stuff that can kill us?
Well, I assume there's giants there. That's where they've taken, I think, all of the adults.
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Is there any of the? We've heard about the head of the Frogmaw clan.
Grollo.
Grollo. Yeah. Is there any of the other ones that we should keep an eye out for? I'm assuming if he's the strongest one, or the leader, he's the strongest one. Going to be the biggest threat.
I mean, his most trusted ally, Chart,
Char?
you killed earlier.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Out on the
He's at
lake.
the edge of the lake.
Let me just circle back. You're quite close to the mine here. I know it's been abandoned for a while, but if there's any local folklore about like secret entrances or ghost stories, you'd be surprised how often those are actually rooted in stuff that can kill us.
Well, there used to be a village close by, but when the mine went dry, they abandoned it.
Perhaps there's a pathway or something from there.
But you don't know. Okay, that's fine.
The village was right outside the mine. It was their whole livelihood. For a time, they would trade it with the other villages, and then the dragon came, and they had to give everything to the dragon, and until the mine went dry.
I think at this point I am going to kind of slip out of this conversation. There's something I'd like to do after, but y'all folks can continue.
Oh, I suppose secret entrances and ghosts. That was the top of my list. I've got no follow.
Starts handing out kind of like a fish stew
Oh,
to all
fuck
of
yeah.
you.
Yum, yum.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
Thistle.
Yes.
Sorry, I need to clarify because this is Adam forgetting.
Old Stout is both the pet.
Sorry, yeah, that was really good. Did you talk to us about your vision that you had when you stuck your arms
into the forge.
about the basin? Like, do anyone who didn't go in the water know anything about the basin?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Sorry, I'm not sharing
Adam
Basin stories
just
yet.
had a thought, and
Did you-
I'm not going to share it until I know about the basin.
Did you share with? Have
No.
you shared with? You haven't shared with us about what you did on watch.
With a vision of the basin?
Yeah.
No.
And so all I know is what I saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, cool.
I'm doing that thing in horror movies where you don't tell people stuff.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
works.
I've made a connection that I can't share.
Great.
Well, we'll get there.
Cool.
I think.
No, I'm not going to share it in shower either.
I think I'm gonna.
Draw the line
as
in the
they're
sand.
talking to the kind of
So
older
I'm trying
folks,
to make a connection.
I am going to head over to the kids.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna grab like 4 or 5 bowls of this stew and just start like bringing it over to the kids. And I'm like, "Can I sit with you?"
Oh, yeah, you can.
Okay, I kind of sit down. I am probably about the same size as some of the the middle.
They looked like they ranged from probably about 13 to like
I was
7.
going to say they would probably take anyone that was in adolescence. It's been pretty hard out here for you. Hey.
Yeah, it's we have to fish a lot.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I was swimming in that lake.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a choice for most of it, but then I kind of fell through the water.
Was it so cold?
So cold. I'm from a place where it's sunny all year round, and I've never been in water that cold before.
That's all the adults. Once time a year in the middle of winter, they all jump in. It's
Do
like a
they?
big festival we have.
Oh, yeah. Do they go, like, swimming deep down, or do they just go at the edge?
No, it's too cold.
It's too cold. Do y'all, like, go out on the ice? It's pretty thick out there,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's how we fish. We cut the holes in the ice and then we drop our fishing lines down. And,
What kind of fish you catch out there?
there's pike and there's sometimes there's salmon.
Okay.
Trout.
Are there, like, I know sometimes, especially when the runs have been real big, sometimes you get fish. I know when my people go fishing, sometimes we're, like, underwater because I can breathe underwater. But sometimes we come up with, like, really weird fish that look way different than other ones. You ever seen anything that's, like, so strange? Like, really weird fish that you ever pull up?
One time my cousin said he saw a three-eyed fish.
Oh,
But it was
yeah.
so deep that he couldn't catch it.
Oh, yeah. That sounds so strange. I've never seen a fish with 3 eyes
No,
before.
I think he was just goofing.
Oh, yeah. You know what I always found interesting is when, and I'm like shoveling stew and then I'm just kind of like ingratiating myself in. I remember when we would go and we would like go down and swim in the deep places because my home is underneath a mountain and there's like water under there, so all my people can swim underneath, but there's still places the adults ever told us not to go. Is there ever places like around the lake where the adults tell you not to go?
We're not supposed to go too deep because it's where we bury our dead, so
Okay.
we don't want to disturb them. So we just stay at the edges of the lake in the summertime.
Huh. I guess everywhere has something different that they do when people die, hey?
Yeah.
This might seem like a really dark question, but here we are in the conversation. What do y'all do with them?
Oh, we set them out in the boat.
Yeah.
That's sort of laden with rocks. And usually we put a small hole in it before we push it out. And so it gets far out into the lake and then it slowly sinks.
Huh. Is that so like the lake holds your memories or?
It holds all our ancestors and our stories.
That's pretty beautiful.
Yes. It's kind of like a living, breathing memory.
Yeah. That's what you know what, I had that thought in my head too. Wow. I'm so thankful for you telling me all these stories. This stew is really good. Can I get you some more?
No, I'm okay. I don't want to take too much. I want to make sure everyone gets their share.
I think I've probably eaten about half of mine at this point. Do you want the rest of mine?
No, it's okay.
I like take a big hunk of the fish and I just like put it in their bowl.
Okay, if you insist.
I do. I gotta.
We caught those just the other day.
Well, it's delicious. It makes the whole stew.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little brother as well, so
Really?
yeah, he's I think 14 now, but would you believe he's taller than me? I'm not that tall. Though.
You're not very tall,
No,
so
I'm
I
not.
would believe it.
Yeah, he's like 1.5 times. He's like, I'm like maybe up to his shoulder at best.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing with me.
of course.
And I think there's just a moment where if it was anyone around me at this, I think, no, I look for Thistle. Where are you at this point in the hall?
What would I be doing?
Who are you wrestling?
I'm sitting sort of in the corner with my fish stew, just fucking mean-eyeing old stout.
Are we
The stout.
The stout.
are we eating
Stone.
Mark's family? This fish?
I'm just sitting there just fucking.
Long lost cousin.
I think I give if there's any like little trinkets or whatever that I have with me, I kind of like give them to the kids or whatever.
Just give them some seashells, which they've never seen before.
Yeah, and I like talk to them a little bit about the seashells, and I was like, you know what? Why don't you hold on to those? I gotta go talk to my friend. You hold on to these for a bit. My mom always said they were good luck.
Like they're all pretty excited about them.
And there's like some that have little holes in them, and I take like a thread that I have on something, and I like string them in and like put them around the necks of one of them. And so I like extricate myself from that conversation, and I I go over and stand in front of Thistle. Can I see it?
It's running back and forth, agitated.
I'm gonna sit down. So, kids tend to hold all of the stories about the things that adults tell them not to do, which often tend to be the scariest things. The kids talked about seeing a 3-eyed fish. And they bury their dead down there, and they call it that it's like a living, breathing memory. Okay.
It's
Make an intimidation.
Wow.
Off the table.
That dice is
My
gone
dice
forever.
box on the ground.
Hey, Jens, you got a bit too much in your dice box.
World is
there,
your
bud.
dice box.
Hello, right?
I'm just saying.
I
Like,
built a little ramp. I did a kickflip, and
I let my dice
ended
be
up
free
with
range.
a 10.
10. Yeah, he's just going back and forth, just giving her one of these.
Do you want me to go punch that stove for you?
I'm gonna eat that stoat.
I'd recommend being a bear first before you do
Gotta
that.
stop meeting people and then having you and your associates consume them. It's bad for our brains.
You're fucked up.
Yes, I don't want to speak about it too much, but
No, I don't want to do that either.
it's alarming. But at the bottom of a lake for now. So,
The name of the lake is Hukomelse. The sounds are kind of the same.
you, child,
Huh?
what does Hukomelse mean in your language?
It's like a word for memory.
All right. Like a word for memory or the word for memory?
Well, like, the word for memory is memory,
Okay.
but you just asked what in my language, and...
Yes, no, I'm saying, is Hukomelse like the word for memory, or is it more than that? And you're kind of grasping at the translation.
No, it's like the word memory.
All right.
It's like another way to say memory.
All right.
Thank
you
you.
very much. You're
Yeah.
very learned.
The kids talk about how they go ice fishing across the lake, but they're not allowed to go too far or drop their lines too deep. And they talked. One of them told me about the process by which they let their dead down.
Who's one of the older members here? Is that Deneth?
Deneth, yeah. Deneth is pretty old.
All right, I'm gonna go speak with Deneth. Deneth,
What do you want?
I was gonna say, while this is happening, Miri would have seen you go and talk to the kids and would have looked around and gone to go talk to Dan. So I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll find
You
it.
meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull Deneth aside.
No.
What can I do for you?
Oh, did you want to go first? Or?
no, go ahead.
I talked to some kids earlier in Yavak, and they were talking about Nadari. I was wondering if you know anything about Nadari here.
Oh, yeah. We know about Nadari.
What do you know?
She is sort of like, the bringer of misfortune. But, sometimes, it's not like, it's not always life-threatening, or if it is, maybe it helps you build character.
Okay, so can it be life-threatening?
I suppose so, yeah.
Okay.
If a prank went wrong or something.
Sure. And you... Sorry, Thistle, this is boring.
No, I'm not there yet.
Like, no one wants to be visited by Nadari, but
Okay.
maybe afterwards you have a funny story
Sure.
and you're a little bit better for it.
And do you see it as, just kind of a story, or, as, she's real?
Well, I guess I never really thought about it, but, we worship our hearth and the lake for sort of ephemeral reasons. I don't see why...
Sure. And they're real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're as real as anything.
Of course. Okay, cool.
And I've seen some people, really get their comeuppance, so...
Yes, for sure. And Miri's hands would just kind of go to the amulet around her neck. I think my friend wanted to talk to you as well.
Hi. Could I speak to you outside?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. And he pulls his coat around. It's pretty cold out there, but
I know.
okay.
Sorry, I need a private moment.
All right, sure.
And we walk outside. I have a question for you about the lake.
Yeah.
I assume as someone who's been here for a long time,
Yes,
you know what's in the bottom of the lake.
a lot of bones, probably.
Yes, but have you ever seen any fish that are odd?
What are you asking?
I had a look at the bottom, and the children said they are warned not to go there. I want to know what you know about what's at the bottom.
I don't know exactly what is at the bottom, but every few years someone drowns. And there are their loved ones are often haunted by visions of them on the shore. But I believe it is just grief playing tricks on them.
How many eyes would they have in these visions?
It's a very specific question.
I'm a very specific person.
Many people say that they have a third eye.
And you send your dead there for this reason.
We send our dead there because that is where we have always sent our dead, and it is tradition.
Is there any origin to the tradition? Any reason that started?
The story goes that the first people who came here were called to the lake. And they set out from their village to the south in search of this lake, and they found it, and they believed it to be paradise. And the lake provided them with food and water and abundance. And so they built the village here and built their lives and strived to give back to the lake what the lake gave to them.
Thank you.
Of course.
I will, when this is all done, I need to speak to you and your elders, those who are in charge, the chief and the hearthkeeper.
You find them in the mine?
Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, Esper,
Yeah.
do you think Shy and Thistle are being weird? Because I think they're you know Shy really well. Right? Or not? I don't know.
I also realized that's the first time someone's ever asked Esper about him as Shy.
I got kicked in the head so fucking hard today.
Good laugh, his best laugh.
Okay, I might.
Sorry, mate. I thought I heard someone avoiding a question. Was that
No,
that here?
yeah, I think Thistle.
No, we got hit in the head today.
Thistle's been real fucking angry at a stoat for a really long time for some reason. And that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Is it
And
like?
then
Do you think it's angry or do you think it's vibes? Because I'm really unsure of what that guy's type is.
I don't know, honestly. I think he was gonna.
I don't know if it's a male or female stoat, but historically he likes older women, and so if it's old stoat,
old stoat. Yeah, you're not wrong. Also, there was, the thing with the beetle. I don't know, but yeah, they've been huddling together. I mean, yeah, I think if
Are you okay?
they also were in the water for a very long time,
Yeah, I feel like I feel
and then didn't say anything about it. So yeah, they're
Something
I
weird.
think they'll act.
well, they talked to the dolphins. That seemed pretty cordial.
Yeah, but normally we all tell each other exactly what's
Yeah,
happening, and
usually-
this is
They
the
said
first
there
time
was
in a while
something
that
at the
everyone's
lake
been
and it's
really
not
cagey,
giants.
and it's fucking weird.
Yeah, usually everyone's a little less cagey than this. When it, listen, some people are cagey about things that are to do with their thing, and that's fine. But this feels like it involves all of us, and it feels like some of us are being kept out.
I feel like that too. I feel like if Thistle wanted to fuck the Stoat, he would go do that. I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah, maybe. Again, I got kicked by a size 32 foot right in the face. So I'm not feeling my best. So it could just be concussion speaking.
Well, no, I think we're...
Look, we're all concussed here. Like,
Yeah, you're
we're all
not
on
wrong.
the
I
same
think
boat.
Shy would have probably wandered over at this point.
Shy, are you being cagey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I think there's a conversation that needs to be had, but I have been asked not to say anything about it.
Is it about the Stoat?
You know, Mark, it could be about a lot of things. So,
Insight
I'm
check.
hearing it's not about the Stoat.
Not about this
Insight check
Go for
on
it.
Shy.
Wait, is that what I look like
I'd say you could roll that
when I'm
with
doing
advantage.
this? Do you think the Stoat is one of these?
No, I think it
This
was
is
just
my
a Stoat.
best
It was
insight
it was like
check
making them
ever.
chirping
I was
Stoat.
really hoping you would do a nat one, and then it would be like, it's fully about the Stoat.
26 total.
You would absolutely see with the way that you know, Shy is not someone who lies without purpose, is used to keeping things from people and basically shutting up and putting her head down where she needs to. And this is a moment where it's like, now is not, you very much get the conversation, and like, I think as you kind of size up the situation, I shoot you a look in the eye that is a very much a, there will be a time for this conversation, and it is not right now. Look, if anything was in immediate danger, I'd say right away. But it's not. And I think we all need to be present for this conversation, and there is one of us who is not here. So,
Shit, where's John Wick?
I've got John Wayne.
Oh, thank God.
Thistle comes back in.
Thistle,
Yes.
we all need to have a chat outside.
All right.
Why outside? It's so
no,
cold.
I think I
Just
move
go in
us
a
over
corner.
to the one of the corners, and I grab another bowl of stew.
All right. I've gathered you all here today.
No, that's okay.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Is the Stoat watching?
Let's see. No, it's like fully in a bowl of soup.
I love that.
All right. When we were at the last village, I had a look at the hearth. And I was able to... Or no, when we were here, I divined with the water. And I was able to make a connection with something in the lake. I heard 3 lines. It's trapped. It's consuming. The basin is growing. At first, I was uncertain as to what it was speaking of, but then the only thing I could think of was the thing we can't think of, that we all encountered. The thing we can't speak of,
Oh God.
The name.
the name.
Right.
And then we got here. And Shy and I swam down.
The reason I pulled Thistle in, because he was already under the water, and I was down there, and the blood from the giant didn't disperse like blood should. It stayed together, and it moved. And it moved, and it was drifting as if it had some sort of path set for it down to the bottom, the center of the lake. So I gave Thistle a breathing mask while we were down here, and we went as far as we could, about 150 feet down. It was cold as fuck.
We saw another basin,
Deeper.
Like the one we saw before.
like the one we saw before.
Yeah.
And then I had a little chat with our friend Dennis.
Well, you sent some dolphins down too, huh?
Yes, they saw some 3-eyed creatures around the basin. And 2 of my dolphins decided to stay, which is a betrayal that still stings.
Insubordination, absolutely.
I dismissed them immediately, but I will remember it.
Court-martialed.
I will eat the next dolphin I conjure.
Speaking
punishment.
of which, actually,
Yes.
no, we can have that conversation later.
Anyways, I spoke with my friend Deneth, and he said that on occasion when someone drowns in the lake, his loved ones will see them again on the shore, but with 3 eyes.
And the kids are all told to not go too far or fish too deep. And they send their dead down there, and one of the older ones refer to the lake as having a living and breathing memory.
Yes.
2 seconds, I need to ask a question. I'm going to go to Deneth again. Deneth, sorry, we're bothering you a ton. How close to the lake shore is the mine?
I haven't been up there since I was a child, but I think it's a little ways away from the shoreline. Like, farther than here, maybe by like a couple hours.
Okay. I'll come back with the group.
I love coincidences. I made a lot of money off of them in the past, but what is the odds of a coincidence like this? Like, that we would be here and this would also be here again?
Yes. I also feel like we must address something that occurred a while ago. I am not sure who all heard it,
I did.
but Mark, you yelled something, and it seemed kind of out of place.
Oh, when when you were stuck in the,
What?
when you were blinking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was
I was unconscious.
yeah, that was a rough spot.
What did you yell?
The thing we're not allowed
We're
to
not
say.
supposed to say it
Why?
because then you can't stop saying it.
No, why did you yell it?
Why did
Oh,
you yell it?
good point. I was hoping to.
If it's something that you want to wait to discuss, that's also all right. We will give you time. But it is something we will have to discuss at some point. Doesn't have to be now.
No, I mean, guess it might as well, as we've just been so caught up in this and that guess I just didn't want to bother anybody.
Mark, are you safe?
A bother.
Mark, we have been traveling long enough. Anything you're facing, we're facing too. We've got your back.
Y'all are coming with me on a fucking goose chase in the mountains to find my mom.
It's called a quest.
Feels like a goose chase.
It's more of a mom chase.
You know all my shit with Gideon and whatnot, so...
Yeah, right on. So, the thing that we don't say, it's, you know how I've been able to do more stuff? And recently, bring a thing into the world. Did you see the thing?
Yes, I didn't know that was you.
Oh, that was me.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's
Both-
'cause you can't tell when I
Both
cast
of them
spells.
were visually upsetting.
Yeah, I'm working on that. It's actually quite difficult. I'm working on the visualization.
You'll get it, you'll get it.
That's what you were having to talk about.
Oh yeah. Anyways, so that's I'm just going to need to compartmentalize the various tiers of weird that have been my recent history. But the things I'm pretty sure that the things that I've been able to do since I got jumped by that bloody fucking tiger thing.
Oh,
back
yeah.
in whatever the fuck that was.
Just outside of Taywin.
Yes. I think there is something rooming with me, in me, and
Is Is that why you can talk in our heads?
I don't know. I've been able to do that a while. That's kind of how I got through school, but that's neither here nor there. But I think it might be the thing that we don't say.
The big H.
Big H. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great.
You think is in your head?
Or I don't know. It's awfully big to be in such a small space. I'm not sure of the logistics, but I think there's something there, and I thought that if I think it's the thing that's letting me help.
Right.
And I thought that if I I don't know, invoked it, like a cleric or something, then I might be able to do more because I wasn't able to help, and so.
You shouldn't go in the water, Mark. I'm scared if you go in the water.
I'm not sure because the distances might not work out.
When we went down, the cavern we were in was quite large.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very big, and then we were just in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they going back in this mine that has apparently been mined to emptiness? And why have the giants changed tack all of a sudden?
You think the two things are connected? The mine, what's going on with Gryden, and what we're assuming
Yeah.
is at the bottom of that lake.
There's no real coincidences. There's just
Maybe
things.
the mine. Maybe they cracked through something deeper. That cavern was very large.
It's growing, right?
Yeah, it said Basin is growing. It is consuming. It is trapped.
If it's the same, if the in your vision the Basin and Big H are the same thing, and more adult minds are being sent down.
It can. The big.
Yes.
If what I understand is correct, the Big H can't be in the lake because it's stuck. Whatever's in there is a different.
But it's connected to.
Has it talked to you? Like told you things?
A little bit.
Sometimes
Anything
real,
Oh, sorry, go.
sometimes real powerful beings can speak across places. I remember my mama used to have full conversations with people who were in different planes, and she made light of it at the time, but if there's something, and that's just my mama, but
I think I should touch the lake.
You are entitled to your secrets,
yeah.
but has it told you anything that could help us?
No, it's quite a sort of personal
Okay.
journey the two of us are on. It's quite weird actually saying this out loud.
It's fine.
It hasn't hurt me in any way.
Okay.
My worry is the phrase, the basin beneath is growing. And if maybe it's not physically growing, but it's growing in more minds because adults are being sent down to...
Mind is. I thought you said mines.
No, minds, like...
Yeah.
I think, and maybe this is me speaking out of turn about what our plans should be, and I think we gotta see what's in the mine.
We have to free those
But
people.
I think you should have the opportunity to do what you want here, because there's something connected to you here.
Well, tell you what. Let's just sort one out. We go down to the lake. I'm not swimming down there. We're just gonna dip a toe or maybe like a face. I don't know how it works.
You've
But
got a breathing mask. You could talk underwater.
oh fuck!
I don't think we should let him go.
No, I'm not swimming down there. It's fucking nighttime.
Mark,
That sucks.
You said you were on a journey together.
Yeah, just I think it's stuck in me. I think that's very clear. I don't think it wants to be in me. And so we're trucking around, and
Do you want it to be in you? No.
Shush. Yeah.
Okay.
I just,
Okay.
if, as far as I can tell, if it weren't in me, then I'd just be out here making things spicy, which is not particularly helpful. So I don't know. I mean, it's maybe not the healthiest arrangement, but I mean, hell, you should go to boarding school. Like, there's some pretty nasty teachers giving out power there too.
Yeah.
It's Finnan,
Who?
a member of Blackwater.
Oh yeah, right on.
In the early issues of the comics, he was he derived his power from a source that didn't have his best interest at heart. And eventually he severed that connection, though it might have cost him everything. And he found out that his power came from him and not from some other being. I'm not trying to make the choice for him. But what makes you invaluable to us is not what is being given to you by Big H.
I appreciate that. But I think if there's a question that we can answer tonight,
Yes. I'm all for it.
then
Little swim.
I'm not fucking swimming, mate. It's freezing. But I'll
I
do
kind
it.
of want to see you go in.
Well, I don't.
We'll start with it if he just wants to touch it to start.
Let's just touch it to start.
Yeah.
Just the tip. Just to see how it feels.
And see how you feel about having it inside you.
Yeah. Maybe we like it.
Sure.
I imagine this.
As long as there's
this time,
as long as there's
it'll
stop
be-
in between you, it's
it'll
not a
be
sin.
quick. In and out.
It can stop
Are we
anytime.
going? Are we going down to the water now?
Right now.
Yes,
let's
right
go.
now.
I
I
pass out
want-
Caraxian breathing masks to
want-
everybody.
Did we discuss the visions that we had in the basin, or we all kept those to ourselves?
Kept those to
No.
ourselves.
Secret
Shy,
private thoughts.
Shy, you know Shy's. And I think I said that I saw my mom, and I didn't like it.
Oh,
and
the
I showed
stopping
you-
the thing.
And I showed
yeah.
you mine because I drew it.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell us yours,
No.
and nobody else said anything about anything.
Last time we encountered a thing like this, we all touched the goo.
If you got to touch the goo.
When I touched the goo, I saw something. I saw.
Let's go back in my notes. Sorry, gang. I just had it, and then my brain.
You were a farmer.
Session 14.
I saw a man. Well, I was a man who died and was brought back by a priestess of Nepthisicat. I saw Nepthisicat briefly, I think. And that vision was very specific to my connection with death. And I feel like it has some sort of deeper meaning, and I haven't figured it out yet. Now that we're at this precipice, perhaps it is pertinent to share the surface, the kind of vibes of what happened, so that we can get a sense of where we're going and what this thing is capable of. I don't want to pry into anyone's secrets. If you just want to tell me to fuck off, that's fine. But we've been in this for a while together now, and I trust you lot with all that I am. And I don't want to go into these situations blind. So if there's anything that can be shared, now is the time.
I'm happy to share mine. You know it already.
Yeah.
I was my mama, standing at the edge of a shore. I was holding her staff in my hands, planted down in the sand, digging my feet in as a tidal wave bared down in front of me, and I couldn't stop it. I felt myself as her exerting this power, this energy. I've never touched power like that before or felt it, and I couldn't do it. And then the wave watched over, and that was it. But I wasn't me. I was her, and I've never seen that before. There ain't never been a tidal wave like that in Keshera. At least not while she was there or while I was there. And I don't think the town was Keshera either.
That's the other reason why I am asking for everyone to share is Shai seemed to have a vision that was very closely connected to her. My vision was incredibly loose.
Well, I mean,
connection.
I had a family connection as well. I was my dad on one of his adventures. Uncle Ducky was there, and it's odd. It was I thought he told me about all his quests and whatnot. I didn't recognize it, but it's a little fuzzy. But I think towards the end there might have been some of them three-eyed fish people.
You went in a couple times.
Yeah, you did it twice.
Both of you did.
You did a touchy twice.
You touched it twice.
Well,
Sure.
Yep.
You're asking the lore keeper? Yes.
Yeah. It says Thistle went into a second vision in my notes.
Yep.
I remember the dad one.
The first time you were the first time
second
you
one
did
was
your
the
thing, the second
conversation
time.
with
You,
Oh yeah,
About
well
how
we've
Dad turned his back,
You
but like whether or not
we've already kind of touched on that one.
anyway. So you okay? Mine was close. Yours was
not
about
close.
death, but the tie with Nephisikit though.
Maybe. But that's what I'm saying. It's two
Were you your
one
dad?
generational gaps.
No, I just saw home and when the faith ended and the fear began.
When the faith ended and the fear began, is that like
No,
an event?
Well, yeah, sort of. It was just there was a lot of fire and destruction and.
No, is that something you're like coming up with right now? Or you said it like that's like a thing. Like when the day, like that's like the day the music died. Like the faith ended and the fear began.
Well-
Should I know what that is?
I don't know. Things
Oh, okay.
things just changed for me. Like,
Was it a day that your faith ended?
No, it was just like things changed where I grew up, and like a long time ago, not even that long ago, it was just like a bit of a different place. But by the time I grew up there, it was not a nice place to be. And I think I saw the point at which it changed.
Was
But
the vision from someone else's perspective?
yeah,
Right.
it wasn't mine. I'm not totally sure whose it was, but
Were you your mother or father?
Remind me, I've had a lot of visions.
This was your first one
I gotta
as a
admit.
bear.
As a bear
You
fighting
fought
the
the
stag. Yeah.
Fucking blitz.
Yes, my vision was my memory,
Oh.
but not one I remember. I have gaps in my memory. Well, I'm very old. But it was a memory of mine, but not one that I remembered before. And then the second time,
Do you want me to?
I was drowning. I was a man swimming, and I
You were
got
from the
pulled
perspective
under.
of a creature with webbed hands and translucent skin. You dove into the water. You saw creatures watching you. They swam to you, grabbed you, and all of them had 3 eyes.
It was as if I was one of them trying to escape. But
Did you know you didn't remember that?
yes, I have. Until I met you, I remembered being a tree, and then I remembered being me, and I didn't remember the in between. But
Did you feel the lack? Is the question.
yes, I knew there was
okay.
a gap.
Okay.
But now I'm starting to explore the depths of my memory through the help of
I gotta touch this lake, team.
Yeah, we have to. I kind of want to swim down and touch the fish.
the
You
goo.
can just touch it.
Let's
A
just
little
touch the goo, just a little.
bit. Just
Yes.
the tip of the goo.
Yeah.
I'm going to swim down, I think, and go touch it.
Let's do the mine first.
No,
Save
you just gotta
I'm
touch
gonna
the
touch the
water.
goo tonight,
No, I know.
and I'm
I'm
going
saying
outside.
you
I put on
before
my
I swim
hoodie.
down.
We're gonna do it. This is just like a
Rescue
little
the
experiment.
I think we
prisoned
would.
adults.
I think we would
Go touch the water.
move out,
Touch the goo.
kind of onto the edge, probably where the hole was that I.
Well, I think
Or you-
Mark gets to decide where he's touched
Oh
the
yeah, I
goo.
guess
Oh,
I was just wondering like what was the safety.
I don't want
of
to
the
go
ice?
out onto the lake. I think
Just the shore.
Just the shore.
someone just like break some shit.
I just crack it with my knife.
Love that, and I sort of moved some shit away with my magic power.
Just in case. I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder. I'm not good at this yet. Someone help him. And I'm gonna bardic inspiration.
oh, fuck.
I'm gonna take a piece
God
of
damn it!
Even colder.
I'm gonna take a piece of rope and I'm gonna tie it around his waist.
I love that. Absolutely.
So I can.
Thank you. Just gonna stab
I am
my
going
little
to
goovies.
put a Caraxian breathing mask on. You should put this on.
Just
Just
in
in
case
case.
you lose control.
Fine.
Also, Tears of Weird, great name.
Tears of weird. That's fun.
When did we say that?
He said that. He said there's a whole bunch of tears.
Different
of weird.
tiers of weird.
Oh, tears. I thought.
Stuck my finger in the lake.
I want you to make a charisma.
Fail it,
Yeah,
fail
baby.
it, buddy. Fail it.
Not a chance. Not with all this help.
No,
I
I didn't give you guidance. I didn't give you
Guidance
guidance.
I gave him guidance.
Damn
Guidance,
it!
Guidance doesn't work on saving throws.
We got this. We got this. Everything's fine.
Do you have resistance?
This is good. And I also have to roll a d20.
6. I got 6.
Oh!
That's caught.
It's
but-
barely coupled. Hey, okay.
I don't think that's how it works. I
We
like
just
that.
needed it to settle.
I
and it
like
did.
solving whether or not it was
Rolled
cocked
a
or
bunch
not.
more.
It's the contest.
Are we actually keeping that or the barely cocked 5 that it was? I feel like I'm cheating.
Well, what do you feel like?
Is
you're
it? Wait,
cheating?
I want to. See, none of them rolled much.
None of
That's
mine-
'cause
I feel like that, but
Our
that one,
sound
that one
guys are
fucking
right.
rolled.
It did roll.
That one
if it was
rolled.
cocked,
It was no. It was a 5. Come on now.
God.
But luckily I know stuff because it's a 19 with that fucking inspiration.
Jesus.
And I am a sorcerer team.
as you put your finger in, you feel the tip start to go as if you were casting the what is it?
Vortex.
Yeah.
You feel your finger start
Oh
to
God.
drift like that, and then you kind of pull it back. You sort of rein in the magic.
That's it?
How was it?
You okay?
Did you feel something?
Yeah. I think it wants me in there.
All right.
2 seconds. I'm only trying to connect to the lake,
Oh God.
mentally speaking.
That face.
Oh, wait, hold up.
No.
Give me one of hit me again.
I always have an idea.
Hit me again.
Are you trying to connect to the lake?
Yeah, absolutely. Hit me again.
Right, okay, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna.
Oh, fuck.
This is a weird. You know how I can talk to people and you can talk to people, but it's a very different thing.
You want me to swallow the bone?
Well, I'm thinking, what if I go in with the bone and then you try to communicate to me and I like we kind of create a loop through the bone?
No, I think it's gotta be direct.
I just want to.
I think it's brain stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want me to swallow the bone?
No, but you have a ghost
Okay.
on you, I guess.
No, it's here. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have you make another charisma. check.
Do you have the spell resistance? Just. No, okay.
No.
I do.
Late.
Too late now.
I wasn't gonna cast it.
Oh, that's good. 28.
28. You feel that familiar feeling, although you stay standing on the shore and you're somewhat lucid for this, as you feel the air around you take on that kind of thick liquid sensation. And that's where we're gonna
Fuck.
Touch the goo, team!
Oh my God.
There's a lot of goo in the world. All of it is meant to be touched.
Tears of weird.
But tears of it. Thank you so much to the incredible folks at WorldAnvil for sponsoring this episode. We have a short promo from them at the break. Please type !Anvil in the chat to head on over. Use our Blackwater partner link to get 51% off a premium subscription, and use the code in chat as well to get yourself an upgrade to the Sage tier as well. So we are going to take a tight 10. Oh my gosh. Touch the goo. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. Okay, bye.
I'm the basil tier.
trouble and you don't know what to do. Gotta call Blackwater and they'll kick some ass for you. So pull up a chair because you're welcome at the table. Come watch us save the multiverse. So turn up the TV and go watch some D&D. Blackwater will roll some dice for you.
feel the air around you become thick, like the liquid you are familiar with. As you hear a voice in your head.
Oh my god.
You're getting stronger.
Thanks. Do you live in this lake?
No, but I believe there is something you and I can consume
Oh, yeah?
to become more powerful, Mark.
In the lake?
You can feel it. I know you can.
Yeah, it wants to suck me into the lake.
No. It wants you to go into the lake. They have been collecting memories for us.
Oh.
It's a reservoir.
Do you know... How do you know about the reservoir?
You've been to one before.
How do you know about this one?
There were many shrines built to me in time gone by.
Why? Why do people build shrines to you?
To preserve, Mark. To hold the memory of what was.
Everyone is really afraid of you.
Do you know why?
No?
Because they're afraid to remember what was. It's easier to forget. It's harder to face the mistakes of the past.
Should they be afraid of you?
Should they be afraid of themselves?
I go down into this lake. I find a reservoir of memories. That you... I just want to make sure I've got this straight. They're collecting them for you to find, but you can only find them if I find them.
Yes, Mark, because we are a team. I have told you before there is great potential.
Am I like, I don't know, like a cocoon for you? Are you gonna outgrow me?
Mark, you are a well. There is so much more to you than you know. I will grow alongside you.
An insight check. That didn't totally answer the question, did it?
Make an insight check.
At disadvantage.
She did say that she casts guidance on you,
Yeah.
which is,
Absolutely have.
But I'm also sleepy because of all them concussions.
So
9
many?
Plus 14.
You're not sure? You're not sure how to read into this without having any kind of visual cue to go off of. This is all a conversation in your head.
It's like next level, pure vibes.
What are you afraid of, Mark?
I don't want... I don't want to be useless, but I also don't want to just be a tool.
good line.
You've already demonstrated. I cannot persuade you to go into the lake. It is up to you. You've already gotten so much stronger in the time that You've allowed me to get to know you.
Is the thing that I think and then appears like our kid? Sorry, that sounds dumb out loud, but...
No, Mark, that is all you. I merely opened a door. Unlocked something you already knew how to do. You stepped through it.
No, sorry, back up. I didn't already know how to do that.
Ah, but you did, Mark. Somewhere deep inside of you. I just showed you the way.
No. No, that's... You're the freaky deaky tentacle thing, and we're working to... That's not me, that's you, mate. Right?
We are one. It's deep within your blood, within the very fiber of your being.
Alright, mate. I'm gonna try to disconnect.
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy. Mark doesn't want to talk about it. Oh, not 20.
Okay. And you steal your mind, and that sensation dissipates.
Are you okay? What did we see while this was happening?
You saw Mark standing at the edge of the lake, touching the water. Went quiet.
You okay?
Happened fairly quickly for you. Just only a few seconds.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm not hurt. They are collecting the memories for me.
For you?
For me specifically.
For him through you, or for you for you?
It is unclear, and I didn't want to... We might be using, I guess, sort of a we.
All right.
I have
It's
a
quite
question.
serious.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned earlier that your vision is your dad's encountering these three-eyed creatures.
Something
yeah?
like that, yeah.
We have taken to calling this thing a mind virus.
I don't think that's what it is.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
I don't think viruses, like, have intention.
Oh, but I'm just saying it's something that spreads. If I say it out loud, the person who hears me says it out loud, and then they say it, like, it's a thing that spreads. What if this is something that your dad passed to you?
Yeah, also, like, entities can spread disease intentionally. And that can be horrific.
Did you speak to it just now?
Yeah.
There's
Did it? Does it seem to have ill intent for us or the world?
No, it's quite cordial, actually. Far as I can tell, good things happen to me, and it likes that. So, good things happen to us, and that's good for it. The more that I grow, which I've been doing an awful lot of, it's weirdly supportive, actually.
There's
If we go down there, we go down together.
yeah.
Do we want to do it before the mine or after?
There's people.
That's
who,
Mark's choice.
Well, no,
I
he's
know.
he's
I know. I know.
no, you're not wrong. We shouldn't wait. But it is a reservoir of memories,
like the last one.
and we have an awful lot of questions about the things that have happened here. And
What if there's
And I do
people-
have this fun little breathing mask here in my hand.
What if there's things about the mine that people know? We don't know that, but I don't know if this is worth it. Like, but it's
I'm certainly not at my best, but I don't think it wants to hurt me. Today, at least.
What about us?
I can't promise that, honestly.
So, honestly, my main concern is just the cold.
Yeah, right. I don't know what I can do about that.
listen. I'm feeling much sprier than I was earlier.
Well, I don't think we should do anything tonight. We should at least sleep. Deal with it in the morning when we're at our best.
That's sound. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, no. Also, it'd be presumably a little less cold in the morning. Night time.
Not that deep.
Well, then, maybe tonight.
I don't know. I'm not at my best.
I'm not at my best. I don't.
I would like to be at my best to support you.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I think
right
Thistle
on.
and I would be a great help to you down there.
Okey-doke. Well, then I guess, find some
morning.
lodging?
Yes.
They said they've all been sleeping in the Great Hall together.
Oh,
but
mate, what am I thinking? I can do something about the hall. The chimney's fucked, right? Let me fabricate that fucking chimney. And, like,
All right.
just take the parts and make it a proper fucking chimney. Sorry, before I fix this chimney, anything else?
I have a question. Just like
Yeah.
I feel like there was like a Sean moment where you were like, I have a project that's not the scary thing, and you just like. I'm wondering whether we would have seen Mark like go into that mode of like something else and just like kind of disengaged, or whether the tone would have kind of more like a gradient into that.
I think you've observed this pattern in Mark, where, and you know, you've got enough insight between you and your character that I think you can recognize this tactic that he uses, which is talking about difficult things that don't fit neatly into like one box or another is kind of hard, and he'll like touch on it, but as soon as there's something that's actionable and immediate, he's quite enthusiastic about that idea whilst like not like pushing for, like, you know what I mean? It's not like this is what we're doing. It's like, oh, here's something we can do. Isn't this far more comfortable to engage with than the other thing?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's Biff.
Okay.
Well spotted.
Yeah. Cool.
And yeah, Mark goes off to deal with that smoke problem.
I'd thought too
Stop
about
hotboxing this longhouse.
where we sleep tonight. It might be if there's a house that's empty, not at the Great Hall. Might be easier if we post up there. That way, if anything comes through, it's not going to have, if there's been giants or whatever that have come through here, they're going to know that the children and the elders are sleeping in the Great Hall. They see a bunch of well-kitted out people like ourselves, they'd be more likely to fuck around. We can keep
I
a
think
better
that's
eye.
a good idea.
While Mark's fixing that, I will ask, suppose, Den, if there's an empty house that we could stay in.
There's a few that are still standing, yeah.
Would there be one that would be appropriate for us to stay in?
Sure, yeah. You can use Ingus.
Ingus house is free? Great.
Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thank you for fixing the hearth.
Hey, no problem.
He loves the project.
You see that like over the mantelpiece where the inscription was on the others, it's not, it's only half there from where you fixed it because the other half had been destroyed.
After Mark is done, I kind of sidle up next to him and kind of like,
Oh, yeah, right on.
the people here are pretty sacred about their lake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether we tell them or not that we're going in again in the morning on purpose. I'm unclear on that.
I don't think we have to.
Okay. Just thought I'd put it out there just in case.
Oh,
Okay.
one less thing to worry about, right?
Yeah, fair.
Cool. I want to find her journal.
Make an investigation check.
We're at the house at this point? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
9,
How long do you want to spend trying to find this thing?
as long as it takes.
Okay, you won't get arrested.
No, I don't want it that bad. He'll spend 17 minutes and get bored.
Yeah, you're opening drawers, you're looking under stuff, you're kind of leaving a mess behind.
Any one of these books could be a journal. I can't read.
but you don't find it.
None of them are in Draconic?
How many rooms are there in this house?
Like,
there's
bring
just
Mary 4 books. These are I'm pretty sure that one of these is a journal.
Trying to find a journal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inga.
Great.
She called me a coward and she wasn't useful
I will
at all,
help Mark
so.
You can make an investigation check as well.
Great. I'm gonna read Mark the title of every single book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Garbage. That's a 9.
Okay, so you read the first title, which is
The first title of a book?
yeah.
Oh.
The first book that you pick up, you obviously see.
Yeah. Dances with big wolves.
I think that's how people type. Is it a journal? Is it?
No, I don't think this is.
I've never
a
actually read a journal, so I don't know what I'm looking for.
It's not usually this. This seems like maybe like a romance story or something.
Okay, I don't think you need to then check in with me about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
One down.
Okay, I guess I'm just doing this job for you now.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's not one of these 4.
You see the second one looks like a cookbook.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called Cookbook by Inga.
And it's written in pen.
That's a journal.
Yeah.
That's a secret journal.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna open it up and check.
Yeah,
People
each-
put a lot in their
each-
recipes.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if
I'm
I've ever
gonna-
read a food
yeah.
I'm
blog
gonna like
before.
let it fall and see what recipe it opens.
Food
to.
blogs
one of
might as
those-
well be
D20
journals.
for me.
It's one of those. It's one of those ones where it's like how to bake a sweet potato bake. My family grew up poor.
Exactly.
You roll a 2. You flip to the second page. It's fish stew of a section called fish stews. And there's about 12 pages of fish stews, and then there's 1 page of desserts, which is just apples.
Fish based.
Does she get personal about the recipes, or is it just
Yeah, does she-
really?
are there any
Wait. Go to the apple
It's
section.
weirdly impersonal.
I'm gonna find the dessert. I just want to find dessert.
Yeah, it's just apples, and it's a map to where
Okay.
the apple trees are near the village.
And how far are we talking?
How far away?
Couple hours.
Ah, fuck. We'll circle back. She buried something under these apple trees, for sure.
I don't think so.
I think that's where her husband
Okay.
is. Good night.
Okay. Good.
Do we want to discuss watches?
Yeah, we should take some, just in case.
Thistle, do you need to sneak off and fuck the stoat?
No, but I'll be sneaking off other things. It's all right.
I mean, at least he's upfront about it now.
So I'm assuming, Thistle, you're not going to be taking a watch with us?
No, I'll take a watch.
Do you want to? What were your designs on the stoat? We were trying to figure it out.
Oh,
earlier.
I was a jerk.
I
I didn't
have-
like the stout.
I have a better question of what do you need? Do you need like backup on your sneak outs, or are you good?
No, I'm good. I might not sneak out. I don't like to pre-plan my sneak outs. It feels very weird to plan a sneak out.
I'll
It's
be,
not a sneak out. It's like a planned out.
Yes, exactly.
I'll
Yeah.
be better used to us if I take second watch so I can get some sleep in first.
Mark, you want to watch with me?
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
He's gonna talk to you.
About the stout?
No, Thistle's like he's.
I like to talk, Mark.
Stout is an adjective. We're talking about a stoat.
Stout's also a type of beer.
Yeah, true.
Why would you want to fuck beer?
Take your watch. Good night.
Why is it being so weird?
We're freaking out.
I climb in with that one.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Wait, how are you?
Room 2?
Yeah.
I don't think,
bit
I also don't think
presumptuous.
Shy makes any, like, there's not a big deal made about it.
Sure.
I don't attempt to hide it from anyone. I'm not
She
sneaky
sleeps
or weird about
Feet
it.
to head. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'd make a little fire.
Most
by
romantic
the
way to
fire.
sleep.
All right, so you two
Sorry. That one snuck right by me. Yeah, absolutely.
take first watch.
Yes.
I'll have you make a perception.
Oh, I
check.
just did a perception check. That makes sense. It's like a 12.
Perception.
It's my passive.
That's an 18.
18. Okay. It's a fairly quiet night. It is cold.
Fuck.
As you are kind of peeking out the door or the windows, or if you go outside.
Absolutely not.
It is cold. It's crisp, but there's many stars, no moon.
Thistle would clock the two of them sort of going together. And he would say to Mark,
Wait, do we hear
No.
any? No.
You pervert.
You're not gonna roll?
It's not that big a house.
Mark, what do you love?
Shit. Fuck. What do I love? Fucking.
What drives you? What? We've talked about your interests in flirting, and we've never told me something that you love.
Well, I don't know. I feel like love's a strong word, but I'm really into like what we're doing here. Like this is the thing.
But no people, your father, your mother.
Yeah, of course, family. You know, big fan. I just feel like back at school, like a lot of good like mates out there or whatever. But love, nah. No, I think I love this. I think this feels pretty good. What do you ask?
I'm just curious. I mean, I feel like Shy is very much driven by what she loves, who she loves. I feel that Esper is driven by who he loved. And I know that who I love and loved gives me direction. And I have just never heard you speak of anyone that you hold in that regard.
Oh, it's like, in that case, it'd be, my dad. Like, I think, it's tradition. Before you go and, join the family company to go out and adventure for a neat little bit. But, I think I'm trying to, I don't know, like, make him proud or whatever. So I guess there's that. But I do like this an awful lot better than fucking school, and I think the company's kind of a lot like school. It's mostly just people. I don't see myself doing much of the numbers, so.
Do you love helping people?
I like helping you all.
And that's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you, Mark. It doesn't always have to be earth-shattering to be love.
No, but isn't it though? It's supposed to be like, you like falling. If you love somebody, then you like.
You what? You look after them.
I
You
don't
care
know.
for
It's
them.
just like like love conquers all, and like.
If we went down into that lake tomorrow morning, and something was to happen to me, would you conquer all to try and help me? Or would you?
Yeah. I guess it's just a little weird to say it out loud is all.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying. It's good to know why we do what we do.
And you know why you do what you do.
I like to think so.
But you do different do's depending on the you that you are at any given moment.
That's true. I loved someone once. I still do, but different. You see, I loved her like you love air. I needed her. She nourished me. She changed my course from another tree to who I am.
Do you still love her when you're a bear?
Part of me does. But when I am a bear, I am driven by rage and anger and vengeance. There is an undercurrent of who I was as a tree and who I am now, but at the forefront, it is rage.
Do you want to change that?
When he struck down my woods, I was a wise old tree. And then I was a rage-filled bear. And he struck me down again. And I knew both love and patience, and then rage. And I thought I knew the extent of all there is to feel. And then I met you lot. And you guys painted colors of emotion I never dreamt of. Nuance, empathy. And when the time comes, I will find him. And people will laugh that they ever called him the God of the Storms.
Okay. That sounds fucking metal. And I'm down to come if you want.
I'd love that.
Cool.
When we go down there tomorrow, I trust you. I need you to know that.
Okay. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I am doing my best.
It's not what you do. It's the intention with which you do it.
Okay.
And I trust your intention is good. So if you say we work with this thing, I trust your ability to feel that out.
Okay. Okay. I think safe word's still pineapple? Right? Did we discuss that or did I imagine that?
That does ring a bell.
Okay, good. Fuck. Sorry. I've started manifesting things, so I think if I think too hard about something, it might exist. And I don't know the limits of that. So maybe I can create memories, like maybe if the password wasn't pineapple, now it always has been.
Are you sure we need
Mark
him?
gets a nosebleed.
Are you sure we need him? It seems that you have vast power of your own. Because I could have sworn pineapple was a real conversation we had.
Really? I think I just made it up.
No, I'm pretty sure we spoke about it.
Oh, fuck, it's working. I need to sit with this.
Mark the living memory. I'm joking.
Can I... I'm gonna read my book.
All right.
Don't let me get hit by a rock.
All right.
Okay.
And we would just
Right.
then read his book, and then I would wake
Your
up.
night goes quietly.
I focus on the title of the book in my head, and it's Nyx and the Dragon Rider. I'm like, this book is called Nyx the Dragon Rider. I think real hard about it.
Are you trying to Mandela effect yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's trying to Mandela effect everybody.
And
The
then I
world.
look at it. What is the title?
It's Nyx and the Dragon Rider. All right, who's taking second watch?
Who do you wake up? Is the question.
Berenstain or Berenstain?
I mean, I feel like if I wake Esper, I wake Shy.
You're the ones
You
awake.
gotta have two people on watch.
I start by waking Miri, and then I go over and realize what I've done.
One of you needs to wake up.
Wait. If I can see in, then I can wake up just one of them with my mind.
All right. It feels rather intrusive.
Yes.
But I mean,
Won't you know what they're dreaming if you just go probing?
no.
I don't understand how.
Probing, or is it just like
It's like I think it's like an invitation. Like if I can't
your
actually
thoughts.
read in. No. If you think at me, then I can hear it. I haven't actually tried going deeper. Maybe I should. We'll get to that.
Who do you wake up?
Maybe we just knock. Maybe we just knock.
Esper did actively volunteer for second watch.
All right, I go wake up Esper.
Hey,
It's your turn for watch.
alright.
You don't have to.
Go back to bed.
No. You got so kick shit, so.
Okay.
Shush.
Good night, Thistle. I punch him in the shoulder.
Ow! Unnecessary.
No,
what's happening in there?
No, I'm coming. Hey,
Hi.
we'll do a watch together.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, roll your perception checks.
I would have also offered the bed space to Thistle if he wanted.
Oh, that's very strange. I will find a place to sleep.
8.
All right, suit yourself.
I build us a bunk.
8.
I'm doing terrible.
Out of her
logic.
bookshelf.
You would see that Esper is like essentially ready for the road.
Yeah,
fully
Shy's
clothed.
also fully dressed.
Yeah, you guys were like spooning, and you offered me little spoon, and I'm like, no thanks.
Good.
This feels
There is
weird.
in no universe where Shy has big spoon energy, but like not.
Yeah.
Call that
yeah.
jetpacking.
Yes.
It's the first time I've ever heard that.
That's a
I got an
perfect
18
term.
total.
18, okay.
Take it for a spin. It's really good.
Your watch also goes quietly. You do see towards the end, and we can cut back if you want to have a conversation. You do see towards the morning, fairly early in the morning, you do see some folks like kind of prepping for the day. It seems like they brought in their hall of fish already that they were getting harassed about. But you do see they're out kind of hanging up fish to dry and things like that.
It just gets more and more shit piles on, eh?
There's so many things happening at the same time now, and I mean, like, I don't know whether I hope they're related, so there's fewer things, or I hope they're not related.
Yeah, no,
I don't know
I
what's
fully
worse.
understand that, yeah. It's like, what do you want to fight? 5 dragons or 1 5-headed dragon? It's like, they both sound like a barrel of shit.
I imagine, like, as we're doing this, we're like flicking a folded up piece of paper back.
Absolutely
Like teenagers
playing
in the
quarters, yeah.
yard games, kind of with each other.
Just a gold coin.
Yeah, just.
No, absolutely.
When you were like growing up, you mentioned you did a lot of like low key crime,
Yeah.
what, pulling one over on people.
I just did crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
High key.
Well,
Woo.
yeah, so I was sold by my parents
Oh yeah.
and then killed a whole bunch.
Okay.
And then I escaped that.
Yeah.
And I was kind of on my own for a bit. So I drifted from town to town. And the benefits of being a drifter is, you do a crime, you fuck off, and no one really ties you to it.
How long would you stick? Would you like literally stick around,
No.
do a crime, and then leave?
I would make enough
Yeah.
money to be able to travel to the next spot.
And mostly,
There was one spot that I stayed for a little longer than I should have, but that's a whole fucking thing.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make me want to ask.
Yeah. Do you remind me of the name of the town? I've got to
Just
read
tell
down
me.
here somewhere.
Mazizi?
Was it
that
Mazizi?
was that what you're thinking?
Is Mazizi the one that's like close to Taywin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Mazizi. I got something just held me in place for a bit. And
When you say, I have a question, Esper.
yeah.
I feel like I'm not good at having
Me?
friends.
Oh,
No,
right,
just
yeah.
in general. It's not
Yeah.
you. It's not nothing to
You're
do with
doing great,
you.
you're doing
But when
great.
you say a sentence like "something kept me," that what I'm not sure about, and I'm now wondering whether this is a me problem or like a general problem, is I don't know whether that means I'm not supposed to ask you what the something is, or you want me to ask you what the something is.
I've spent most of my life being cagey and trying to keep to myself. I am also in the same boat where I'm not great at this yet. I'm good with people on the surface,
Yeah.
and that's it. I'm good at being charming. I'm good at passing by. People tend to love me. Briefly.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to not be a cagey fuck
I feel
all
that.
of the time.
Everybody wants the same thing on the surface, right? Everyone just wants to be liked
100%.
and like
People are very
treated well
easy,
and
yeah.
get nice stuff.
Yeah. People are easy to please, but hard to know. Mazizi is not something that bears any importance to what we're doing or what's happening in my life right now.
Is this you being cagey?
It's me being cagey, but also saying that we don't need to talk about it. I know you want to.
Wait, okay, no, I have a question. When you say
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about it, does that mean you don't want to talk about it, or you're worried that
No, I'd
you
rather
talking about
not.
yourself too much is going to make me uncomfortable?
No, I just don't want to.
You don't want to talk about it. That's okay.
I'd rather not. No,
Okay, no,
it's-
that's fine.
Yeah.
What's the easiest money you've ever made,
Oh shit.
or the hardest money? But what was
Well,
like notable money?
Right. Yeah.
What was money?
Where do you keep your money?
Yeah.
What is money?
So, I've robbed a few people that I probably shouldn't have. I stole a wizard spell book for another wizard once.
Oh my God.
And that was a bit of a hustle.
Okay.
Just because they're like apparently super important to them, and I was like, it's just a book, you know, like you can just
Yeah.
write it down somewhere else, and
They
apparently
need
that is not the case.
Yeah.
And like deposed is maybe a strong word, but like some power shifted because of a very simple robbery that I did.
Wizards are weird about
Yeah,
their spell
wizards are
books.
fucking weird
It's
about their
fucking
little
weird.
books. The dude,
They're like,
he walked around like it was in a little holster on his hip,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's a book, fucking mental. But anyway, I stole it. It was really easy too in his little holster.
You just lifted it.
Full bump and lift, yeah.
Ghost fingers.
Ghost fingers. Well, yeah. Before. Well, no, this has been most of the time. That should have been my nickname as a pickpocket.
Ghost
Fuck,
fingers?
Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
You do like a song about it?
Yeah, now you
Ghost
see me, now you
fingers.
don't. You know, it's like, but yeah, that was I got a pretty decent pay, and that helped me charter a ship and move somewhere else. I've been all over.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of different places.
No,
What do you mean?
I've been to a lot of different places,
Okay.
but always passing through.
Like not like
I've never
smelling
s-
the flowers.
Yeah, I've never
Right.
seen a place, you know?
Yeah. I'm not normally the one asking the questions. Are you uncomfortable? Am I making you uncomfortable?
No.
Okay. Right.
No, Miri, I think at this point, you know, we've earned a little bit of uncomfortableness between us.
Yeah.
Friends are the people you can be uncomfortable around.
Cool. Yeah, sure.
What about you? Best job?
Best job?
Yeah, what's something you're proud of?
There was one time I was being dramatic and I pointed up at the sun and then an eclipse happened and a small town thought that I was a wizard.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I milked that for about 3 months and then I bounced.
That's awesome.
It was
Yeah.
definitely the only significant magic they saw from me.
best
It's
scam
suspicious after a
I've
while.
ever run into wasn't me. It was a little halfling fella.
Okay.
But he was good at illusions.
Yeah.
And he created an illusion of a devil in a town, very small town, middle of nowhere. Created an illusion of the devil that was like, I've come to claim my debt owed to me by the mayor. And then he went out and he fought the devil and banished it. And then he was mayor within a month.
That's amazing.
He literally became mayor of a town.
Those are the best.
Oh, it was
best
great.
kind of scam is the one where you run the scam and everybody you scammed thinks you're the best.
Yeah, it was fucking brilliant. And I was like, I've got to learn illusion magic, but I'm not a wizard or a sorcerer. So, and most of my magic is dead people. So that hasn't lined up yet, but that was really cool. I was like, fuck.
There was one town I was in once, and I heard a rumor that one of the lords was like looking for like a wife. And so I actually a friend of mine who I'd made in the town, her name was Chloe, and we actually like put together like a matchmaking service, and we like advertised it and everything and set it up. But it was the whole time it was just me setting Chloe up with the Lord.
Yes.
And they stayed together for like 3 months, and then we bounced. And
That's amazing.
we split the money, charged him quite a lot for the custom.
And obviously
service.
probably the gifts and the jewelry and whatnot probably
That's
made it
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's a good one.
It's really fun. Cool. We should take advantage of people sometime.
I would actually like that. Not up here, because I honestly find everyone
love
a
these
bit-
people.
Maybe, you know what?
Yeah.
Might be fun? Because I've noticed
Yeah.
Mark has been particularly aggravated by this woman, Inga. Maybe we could take Mark on a little grifts. A small one. Just like a little fuck you grifts. Nothing that will ruin her life or nothing.
That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, no. And obviously, when we're in a big town and there's a bunch of dickheads, you and me, we can cut some.
Find some dickheads.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck them up.
Exactly. In the like financial sense, not in the like physical sense. We've been fucking up a lot of people in the physical sense.
Yeah.
And I miss financially fucking with people. You know.
Yeah, it feels safe. It's like fucking from a distance.
Yeah.
Never forget I said that.
But also, people put a lot of stock in money and things. And it's like, let me tell you, I know personally, when you're dead, none of it goes with you. When you die, you leave all of your fancy shiny gold in a pile somewhere else, and your soul goes to bad places. Well, some of them go to good places, but a lot of the people who are hoarding all that gold, they're not going to nice places. I'm not. I'm pretty sure the things that I've done are sending me somewhere bad. Or I'm not going anywhere because my soul is so fucking tattered. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a lot, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The sun is coming.
We just keep playing games.
Yeah. Play game of Knuckles.
You're a lot, man. As the sun comes up, you all come to. What would you like to do?
All right, let's go for a swim.
We going in the lake?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Gosh, it's cold. The townsfolk, do you have anything for cold water?
Are you wet?
No, like if I was to go in the lake real quick and for a while.
Are you serious?
Yeah, very.
Well, it's you have to breathe in a certain way.
You don't just have like a cool little oil that I can like rub
No,
on
it's
my
like a
arms.
practice.
No, that's going to take too long. We've got
Horse
to-
stance.
I don't like any of this. All right, I'll figure it out.
I guess.
I think.
Cover your balls,
With what?
your hands, when you go down.
All right.
We're going to be able to breathe under there, so that's not the main issue. We just want to...
I just get very cold.
Oh, right.
I think the best way to do it is we will walk out roughly above where we saw.
Yeah.
We'll make a hole and we'll just go down
That's clever.
rather than.
So we don't have to swim all the
out.
way out. We'll make it wide enough and put a rope there so we can climb up.
Good point. Yes.
So that we're not just having because the ice is going to be real thick.
Sweet, can we borrow some of your ice saws, I presume?
Yes, you can have some of the ice sauce.
Great.
Okay.
And
Please bring them back.
do you
Oh,
have
of course.
anything that you, like, knock into the ice that can keep a
So we
secure
sort
rope?
of have an auger that you use.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah,
a rope.
that's the drill. But yeah, something to, like, keep a rope secure.
You could use. You could.
Any pigeons?
I mean, yeah, we put any fucking
Yeah, you
spike
could
in
use
there.
some mallet in some of these, and he gives you some.
All right, let's do it.
Just some. I wouldn't put it too close to the hole.
Yeah, no, of
So
course.
no cracks.
Yeah.
All right.
We head on all the way out.
All right.
Probably
you head out. to
We'll
the
bring this
middle of
back
the
and then
lake.
we'll go kill some giants.
Yes.
All right, you head out to the middle of the lake, and you see there is already a hole.
Oh, perfect.
What shape?
Roughly circle.
What cause? Does it look like it was
circles
No.
next to each other?
What size?
Is it right over where
Is
we
it
were?
giant size?
Seems near
I
the center of the lake, and it's not giant
idea.
size.
Okay.
Yes.
You have an idea of how deep it is, right?
Yes.
It's at least 150 feet.
I mean, the dolphins told you how deep it was, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a number that we now know.
They did not.
Well, it was like it was 100. We were down 100.
You were about down about 200 feet.
Okay, about 200 feet down, and then I'm reckoning it was going probably at least half that, maybe further.
All right.
I'm quite proud of what I've
Yeah,
thought
what
of,
do you
and
got?
I'm not fitting on Esper.
No, I said we've.
What are you fixing
I'm going
to
to pull
do?
out my knuckle bone. Mark, you can make this light, yeah?
Yeah, bank.
I'm gonna drop it in and wait until I can no longer see the light,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna sit down and look through it.
Legend.
It sinks down for a while.
No.
You are not able to see the light anymore.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, I look through it.
okay, it's dark. It's quite dark. And then you see, after a little bit more falling, you see a faint green glow as it falls. What's the range on the knucklebone?
It's like 1,000 feet.
You're not sure how far it's fallen, but it does land, and you can see a number of creatures silhouetted amongst this kind of greenish glow.
Easy Pete.
They all seem to be kneeling around a fairly large stone basin, similar to what you saw before, but this one is bigger.
But what we saw beneath, but it's submerged, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is all underwater. Underneath the basin, you can see the stonework goes out, and there's sort of legs off of that are holding this thing up, almost like a plinth or like a table. But there's many, many legs. There's probably, from where you can see, they're kind of spaced out, almost like bars of stone that go down into the ground, and you can see that's where there is sort of a faint green glow emanating from that underneath.
Okay.
Inside.
Also, it's, if I'm within 10 miles of my knucklebone, I can see through it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You lose connection.
But yeah, the stone kind of pillars that come out of this thing are probably about this thing thick around.
How big is the space between them?
Fairly narrow.
Yeah, like a prison,
Like a
Tim?
cage?
Like a cage,
Yeah, like
Tim?
a cage.
And the
Yeah.
glowing is inside the cage.
Cool.
Inside the
Cool.
cage.
It's giving prison.
It's giving.
It's giving cage.
It's giving
What?
nightmare.
I love it.
Okay.
I don't.
And it sits like, and then it's kind of flat stone, and then the basin is on top of that.
So, basin, cage.
Cage, glowy thingy inside.
Inside the cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
And I'll
That's what I love to
What's
hear.
your, how are you dealing with pressure? It's going to be quite heavy
I
down there.
I think we'll be fine.
think the thing that we're going after, could we fit through those gaps, or they're too narrow?
It's pretty narrow.
I think the thing that we're going after is you might be able to get in through with your tricks, but
I can get other people through places. I don't think I can.
you can't do it to yourself.
Can't do it to myself. No.
But
We'll
I
figure it
think
out
he's
when we're
going
done.
down for the basin, but
Or
Well, the thing that was glowing. Did the basin look like it had a liquid in it that was more viscous than the water?
goo.
Double goo.
Definitely head goo.
So it had thicker liquid in the
Heavier
basin.
than water.
I don't think
Thicker, heavier liquid.
you share everything with us.
Yeah,
Lisa.
I'll relay everything, yeah.
From what I remember, the creatures that were around the basin weren't aggressive towards us at all, as long as we weren't aggressive towards them and stated our intent.
and come with the chosen one.
Did either
Yeah.
of you share the detail of your vision where you got actively attacked by these creatures? As you,
I
because
did.
as
I
Bert was
mentioned-
running from,
Yeah. They showed up and they were sort of bad news, but I've,
and then you.
I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
I don't think they actually really came to blows. They were like running from them,
Yeah.
as I recall.
Yeah, but it like the yeah.
But they didn't have.
Well, I guess we don't really worry about the green glowy prison and just touch the goo.
Yeah.
Thistle and I will, we're gonna keep you tethered on a rope,
Okay.
and we'll be able to get you out if
Okay.
necessary.
I'll come along.
Yeah.
There's a chance that I get teleported into the cage.
That was my thinking.
Yeah. Tell you what, give me
I
them
can get you
ghosts real quick. Yeah. And I think if I can resist it going in, then we'll be okay.
And if I have to break that cage, I will.
Yeah. Right on. All right. You want to come?
Okay.
Do you have a way to make your surroundings warmer?
Surroundings
That
warmer.
would be so clutch for this.
I don't think I have just like a generally keep everything warmer.
Are
that's
you
good.
coming down?
But I can.
We're all going down, okay?
We all touched the goo last time.
Wait, can you create flame?
Yeah.
You ever created flame underwater?
I don't know what would happen. I've never done that.
Well, let's try it.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool.
So we should,
Let's do it. All right.
well, we should, if we're gonna, so we, tighten the rope in, Tim.
Yep.
And I don't think we should, I think that, like, we'll give the rope maybe like 100 feet of rope.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gonna be any use for us if one of us gets pulled somewhere. So it's basically a rope that we can find and guide ourselves back up to.
Before we go in, I want to try something.
I'm going to think back to where I saw them, all the specifically the creatures. And I'm going to like really focus on that. And be like, if anyone can listen in, that would be great. And I'm going to cast Whispers, the spell that I sent you, my 2nd level spell, that takes things that are being said from very far away and whisper them into my ears as if I was right there. It is in the Kobold Press. It's flavored like the wind is like whispering it to you, but for me, it's literally like a ghost goes down and goes. So what they were saying
Fucking
was,
narc.
Absolutely. No.
So I'm gonna cast Whispers down to see if they're saying anything, just to get as much intel before we get in this.
Tim, have I ever seen a
water.
killer whale?
No.
Damn it.
Did you see the big octopus though?
You can be an
Yeah,
You ever
octopus.
see a
an
beluga?
octopus.
Ever seen
Gray
beluga?
whale?
Maybe.
Minky? Humpback?
A baby beluga.
How about a hunter shark?
No.
Damn it.
A gatherer
A
shark.
plesiosaurus.
Great joke.
You've definitely never seen the dinosaur, a plesiosaurus.
What about a Basilosaurus?
There are,
Notable
there are
dinosaur.
dinosaurs in this world, though. There absolutely are dinosaurs in this world. They're
We
just
saw
not
them
here.
in the.
You haven't seen Nessie,
In the zoo.
okay?
No Nessie.
We saw a bunch of shit in the zoo.
That's right. We did see a
Um,
sigil.
You do not hear anything.
Okay.
No, it is.
Silent communion.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get in this water.
I think once the thing is in, I dive in first.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have you all make a con save. For the cold, you are able to maintain your breath. Because
I
you have
would
masks.
Have breathing masks.
love to prestidigitate the clothing around my chest to be warm every 6 seconds.
It's actually pretty smart.
I'm just gonna keep my core.
right.
Does that give me a
I'm gonna
minute?
try to.
John Wick stays by the Python.
Okay.
Just on your balls. You took their advice.
And on the balls.
Just a little press.
1 foot. Just dry and warm.
The weirdest sensation.
Because they get wet again.
No. Those are 2 different things. Drying and warming are 2 different things.
No, I just want you to think about this for a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone in a hot tub?
Yeah.
And then immediately gone into like a pool?
Yeah.
How much colder does that pool feel?
Yeah, doesn't matter. I know that if it's about dying,
The best
keeping my core
my
temperature.
headcanon is Mark every 6 seconds he goes,
I think I would watch Mark do this and try to quietly cast protection from energy on him.
Amazing. I think it's a good idea. I think I'm keeping my core temperature
I think it's a great idea.
going fucking hypothermic,
love
and it
this.
might be unpleasant, but who said being a hero is easy, Mr. DM?
All right.
I think I get advantage.
I'm casting protection from
That's
energy
what
on
I
you,
think.
and you're not gonna know which one is helping you, but one of them
Yes,
might.
you get advantage.
Yes, thank you.
19 for my con save.
16.
Nice.
And he needed
Okay.
it. Great.
15.
16.
22.
All right, so everybody except for you succeeds,
yours?
so you'll take half damage.
No.
And those of you who have resistance to cold damage, that'll be half again. But that's 8 points of cold damage down to 4.
Okey-dokey.
Or 2 to you, yeah. Anyone who succeeded, it's
And you're
down to 4.
roller, so you're 2, aren't you?
No, I'm
Oh, you're just
octopus.
Thistle. Oh, you're an octopus. Mm-hmm.
I just did half, so 4.
Yeah.
Nope.
You only got 2 health.
Shit.
Although, like, octopus live in...
Yeah.
So cold.
But it doesn't say cold resistant, so.
Yeah, but I think like environmentally, I think it would be...
Okay, cool. I appreciate
do you
it.
like?
Well, you're finding quarter. Like, we have octopus up here.
Marine biologist.
Yeah.
The ocean is quite cold.
Also, they tend to go
I'll take it.
deep.
Yeah, I'll take it.
They're so smart.
As you sink down, you swim down through the light starts to fade and you get into darkness, full darkness as you continue to swim down. What feels like 200, 300,
Oof.
400.
Oof.
Around about 450 feet, you start to see that green glow
Oof.
down beneath you, illuminating the edges of a basin that looks like it's maybe 6 feet, 7 feet across. As you continue to swim down to just over 500 feet, you see the creatures all bowed around it look up, and their eyes catch that green glow like a cat's eyes. You see each of them with 3 eyes.
And it's
Looking at
vertical
you.
eyes, not horizontal, right?
Vertical.
Boof.
Tim, do I see what's in the cage?
You cannot. It's underneath, so you can only see the glow. So it's actually under the basin, so the
Okay.
basin is obscuring
I would
the cage
swim
beneath.
around to try and see what's in the cage.
Okay, so as you come down, you see the creatures kind of rise to meet you
You should speak
and
to
begin to move closer.
I'll just whichever one is closest, or if one is wearing a big hat.
No hats. It would obscure their eyes.
That does.
The 2 criteria are closseness or
One has 5 stars. And this
Or if like one is missing an eye and has like a cool patch or something.
just a headband.
It's just a bandana.
Yeah. So
Right
since
in the
none of them
fly.
look cool or distinguished, I'll speak to the closest.
Does any of them have a mustache?
Wispy old beard.
Their mouths are shaped sort of like a half
Oh, that's not nice.
circle.
Yup.
And they have kind of like tendrily bits like catfish.
Hello. Do you know who I am?
Yes. Welcome.
I'm here for the reservoir.
Yes. Come. Commune.
You got it. I'll say it to you so you can say it out loud to everybody else. Oh wait, I can talk. I'm gonna go.
The creatures all start to move around your whole group. kind of
Everyone's
like-
being chill.
I'm very cold. It's very chill.
I'm gonna commune. They don't have to commune if they don't want to, right?
Why would they not?
I don't know. They're crazy. They're from somewhere else. But like, this is not a mandatory commune, correct?
No.
Cool. No one has to commune if you don't want to.
I'm going to.
All right, let's.
All are encouraged.
Yeah, no, okay. Just cool it on the hard sell. I'm already a yes, mate. Let's.
Yeah, and you watch them kind of moving around to support.
Oh, also, weird question. What's the glow?
It is something from a long time ago. Something that gives us memory. It is connected to all of the trees of the area.
Okay. 1 second, sidebar. I'm gonna relay that to as much as I can, word for word. To
Yeah, I think Thistle figured it out.
As you go down, you can see there is a heart. You can see. You're not used to seeing one underwater. You've only seen one before. And you can see this heart is. The wood is bloated. It is beating rapidly. You can see the wood is rotting in places as it is beating, and in places hitting against the stone.
Do I get any sense of if this is the heart to this wood?
Yeah. You can see where the, like, as you sort of look, make an investigation check for me.
While he rolls that, I will to the group. Maybe we should all commune one at a time.
Yeah.
Just so we're not all zonked out at the same time.
Mark, be careful.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to go first, Mark, or do you
I think that's
17.
probably best.
17. You can see as you move around, some of the silt kicks up from the bottom of the lake, and you can see where roots go in underneath the stonework and into the bottom of the heart. It seems like all the root systems coalesce here.
It's trapped.
Wait, so the heart naturally...
This is where the heart was,
Oh, so this has been built.
and it's been built around it.
Round it.
But is this is from the woods that are here, but do I get the impression that there was a forest where this water is currently?
You're not sure.
Okay.
But
That's unclear. It seems like, yeah, that's unclear. It's all silt down here. You can see fragments of bones and some plant matter, but nothing like.
Heart shouldn't be in a cage.
Let me talk to him first.
All right.
Did you find that and then build this on top of it, or did someone a long time ago take that and put it in your lovely structure?
All of us were called here. It has always been here.
Okay.
Let's do what we came to do, and then get out of here.
I have some things to say in chat water.
Be led to the cauldron.
Fucking hell.
All right. You swim up, and you feel like you are sort of supported by some of these creatures that come, like, to support your feet underneath as you stand at the edge of it, as it's, you know, a little raised up off the floor. Do you touch the goo?
I will touch the goo.
All right. You feel immediately a horrible pain in your stomach. As you double over, you vomit this thick, viscous liquid, and it fills the wash basin in front of you as your long blonde hair falls around your face. You steady yourself and look up. And you see in the mirror the face that you've only ever seen in pictures. Your mother. And as you look in the mirror, an eye appears in the center of her forehead. And you see these tentacles fall down her shoulders as she screams. You hear the door open quickly, and you turn and you see your father. Love, what is it? No, don't look at me! You feel yourself scream out. You feel hands on your shoulders steady you. It's all right, love. It's just a bit of morning sickness. It's okay. Hey, I'll make you some oatmeal. As you look back in the mirror, there's no eye and no tentacles. As you pull back from the basin.
Holy fuck.
I think I'm supposed to get the whole reservoir. Is that possible?
You already have.
Oh.
When you commune with the liquid, it flows into you. When you are gifted a vision,
All right. having me. Does anybody want to touch the goo?
Is that okay, or should we not?
Are you okay?
You don't look okay, Mark. You look sick.
And quiet.
Big H said that people are afraid of him because they're afraid of knowing the past. I think if you're going to touch the goo, just be ready that you might find something other than what you're looking for.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna touch the goo.
All right.
I think I move over to Mark, and I think there's just like a steadying hand on your shoulder.
My palms are sweaty.
You feel the sand whip across your face as you push through the sandstorm. Your heart is racing as you slide down a dune, and you can see the tower in the distance, the dragon skull above the massive door, just barely visible. You squint, and you hear a voice boom from the tower. If you can't master the elements, you'll never master death, Gideon.
Fuck, I knew it.
You see a tall figure run by you, the sand forming a sphere around him as he glances over. A muscular Goliath man. Not so easy. When it's not handed down to you, is it, Gideon? And he spits.
Let's fucking go.
You feel the sand burn on your feet and hands as you feel a hand on your shoulder pull you up. As you turn to see a beautiful woman in yellow and green robes. Her eyes milky white at first as the second eyelids pull back and you see purple reptilian eyes. She pulls down the cloth covering her face. Ask for help. Don't be afraid. Her eyelids snap back as she grasps a vial around her neck, and you can see the thick green liquid swirl around a tiny skull inside. As a sickly green energy surrounds her, and she moves through the sandstorm with ease. You grit your teeth, and you bow your head. As you push your hands into the sand, you feel skeletal hands wrap around your fingers. You hear the chanting of 1,000 voices and the beating of war drums. As you stand, you feel your feet move across the sand, and with each step, a hand rises to meet your guiding feet to the tower. As you come to with the cold, the drums fade.
How do you look?
In the dark down here, I think there wouldn't be much of a difference. That would be, hard to read.
Seeing Esper come out of it, I do it.
All right. As you reach your hands in, you feel a soft red light coming through your bedroom window. As you tiptoe to the door, your tiny feet barely making a sound. You see a room as you remember it from when you were a child. And you can hear your father downstairs. They're just dreams, Marlery. You have to let this go. Hardly ever see you anymore. You're always down the shelf praying. Please, our little girl misses you. Please. You need to just let this go. Be here with us. Or at least with her. It's quiet. You hear muffled sound, but you can't make it out. Really? You mean that, Marlery? I don't know what I'd do without you. Come here. I love you. I love you. tiptoe back into your bed. You feel a smile spread across your face as you pull the covers around you. You feel the warmth of home as you come to. That warmth fades in the cold water.
Yeah, fuck me up, Tim.
Okay. You want to go last, eh?
Everyone else is touching the goo. You get. Yeah. If all your friends touch the goo, would you touch it too?
Absolutely.
I touched the goo.
All right. You pace around a small room. You look down and see the small shrine with a familiar amulet. You lean over the amulet, and you hear a different voice come through your mouth. Soon, all my luck will change, and I'll be rid of you. You look in a small hand mirror, and you see a familiar face of Orion, Shanspinner. You grab some robes and do your finishing touches as you hear a soft knock at the door. What, you afraid? What? Are you afraid to announce your presence, Big Smoke? A small smile creeps to the edge of your mouth as you grab the amulet and tuck it in your robe. As you turn and open the door, you see yourself, but much younger. So, are you ready to learn about Nadari? As you come to. The voice echoing in your head.
Yeah, fuck me up.
Thistle swims over, and I drop my wild shape, and I put the mask on, and I would reach out and touch the goo.
You feel your deep roots in the ground. As you can sense, you're alone in this large field. A mighty oak. But you can feel you've been burned. And you see on the ground, a little ways from you, a figure. It looks like horns maybe on its head, crackling with lightning. And you see in the distance moving towards you a large, muscular figure. And this loud clap of thunder that is deafening. And you see this muscular figure with crackling gray-blue skin and beads like swirling clouds around his wrist. You see the figure on the ground call out, "Help me!" You hear another crack of lightning as you feel the fire erupt on your branches. And the ambient sound in the air vibrates in discord. And you feel your roots vibrating as the ground around this fallen figure is warping. "Please, help me! I have come so far, I have to find her!" And the larger figure reaches down, rolling over the smaller figure on the ground to see it. As this figure forms into a stag, its horns push up, impaling the muscular creature. You hear this groan, and again that clap of thunder shakes the earth. And you watch as it stumbles backward, impaled on these massive horns. It stumbles again down to its knees as you can see panic in its eyes. You see the muscular creature grab a hold, and it begins to vibrate as if in discord. There can only be one storm god. As you watch the muscular figure begin to waste away, its muscles going weak and frail the life being sucked out. You watch the figure that was lying on the ground begin to vibrate to a clearer form as it begins to rise, still its head bowed, impaling this creature. And you watch as the once muscular creature reaches out once more and pulls everything it has inside of it, and the massive, massive lightning that rains down upon all of the earth crashes through, the ground erupts as you feel your roots entirely be ripped up and blown away as you see this creature with the horns fly through the air, landing, its form vibrating as it stumbles to stand, as your log rolls and your vision fades. You see it take the form of a stag and gallop away.
As I come out from that vision, I would wait until the next opportunity that the creatures with the three eyes look back to Mark.
They are all kind of watching you commune with this.
I would just make my way down below the bowl to the edge of the where the bars are.
I'm not letting Thistle get more than 30 feet away from me. Because I have a thin swim speed of 45. He's
I
not.
assume you're all kind of around there.
Yeah.
And once I try and get underneath a position where I can no longer see them, or have like a moment where they can't see me.
Kind of around. There's probably at least a dozen of them sort of around on the sort of like, some are on the ground, some are swimming up closer to the basin. There's sort of rocks and things like that.
I would then just make it so that basically there's a moment where they can't see me cast the spell.
Okay. So you try to make a stealth check for me if you could.
If I can see what Thistle's doing, can I use the help action?
Sure. Yeah. Proficiency.
I do,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can-
And so I would kind of try and get in the way and draw attention to myself away from Thistle if I saw what he was doing.
That's just the 12.
With advantage?
Yeah.
All right.
He's not a sword.
I will cast divination,
Okay.
Oh.
and I'm reaching out to the heart
Ooh,
Yeah.
in
point
there.
blank.
And
Point blank divination, baby.
I will sort of reach my hand through the bars. And at this point, I don't care if they see.
Mm-hmm.
And I will reach out with the spell to the heart. And I will say, quick, into me. And I will open up mine to accept it.
All right. I will have you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Holy shit.
Low stakes.
You got this.
This is chill. No problem. Druid like you?
This is the first session I've done 3 pages of notes. It's a big session.
That's a natural fucking 20. Let's go! Let's go! Yes, yes, yes.
For a total of 27.
That's a point blank divination, motherfucker!
You reach out, you feel your chest open. As this heart, you can feel this immense pain as it has been trapped here for a very long time. As the heartbeat begins to slow, you watch it shrinks down, down, down. It becomes about the size of your fist. You watch as it's barely beating, struggling, as you tenderly take it in your hand and you pull it into your chest cavity. You feel your other heart begin to embrace it as they start to beat as one in tandem. And you gain a level. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Yo, Thistle just became a time lord, dude! When does Thistle get his TARDIS?
Oh my god!
Fucking hell.
Yeah, you took a Heart of the Forest. That makes sense. You should gain like 7 levels. Holy fuck.
You heard it,
Dude,
Tim. 7.
7 levels.
Here's the thing. Thistle's out here capturing animals like Ashcatcher, but he's also now capturing forest hearts like Ashcatcher. Gotta get them all, baby.
That was incredible.
fucking crap.
Holy crap! Tonight's chat.
What a cool DM!
Guys, tell a story.
Thank you to the incredible folks at WorldAnvil for sponsoring this episode. If you want a place to put all of your lore for your campaign, if you want a place to share information so you don't have to rely on one lore keeper, if you want a place where your players can add in and make sure to collaborate everything together, WorldAnvil is the place to go. We love telling good stories here, and everyone needs a tool to do that. So go check out WorldAnvil. Use the code Blackwater at checkout for 51% off a premium subscription, and use the code in chat to level up to the Sage tier. We will be back next week with more of this. Holy shit. And we're going to go film Chatwater.
Remember when we thought we weren't going to go in the lake?
We're gonna skip past it.
We are going to go film Chatwater. If you're like, what the frick frack is Chatwater and why? How can I hear more about this? Check us out on Patreon. !Patreon in the chat.
I missed this one, I bet.
Yeah, oh my.
This will not be the free one. Wait for this
It will
one.
not be.
It will not be.
I have so much.
I have so much
many
to
theories.
discuss. Truly, put your thumbs up, everyone. When you find yourself with big questions that are in need of some answers, swim down to the bottom of the lake and
Our lawyers are telling us you can't swim down in the bottom of the lake.
Good night, everyone.
Just be